Hello and welcome back to another GCU Esports broadcast. I'm here with my friend Eli. I'm Joseph Martinez.
And we are bringing this again from GCU Arena in Phoenix, Arizona, the beautiful Arizona esports arena that we have here.
This is just another reminder that our GCU Esports program and Purple Rain itself are both powered by Rockstar Energy. Their energy drinks keep you feeling like a rock star and energized throughout your entire day.
Yeah, I love me some Rockstar Wood, especially when I need some pick me up, a little bit of pick me up, because school can be tiring and stressful. So always gotta get my Rockstar going.
Exactly, especially when you come straight from school going into work here. Just sometimes you need it. Just like I've been in a classroom all day. We got to get hyped for this stream. Let's go down a
Yeah.
Rockstar.
Yeah, and we are in round 10 of Purple Rain this week, going into a fun matchup of NMSU versus,
They're turtles. I remember.
yes, Terps.
Terps, the
Esports,
Terps.
University of Maryland.
Yeah.
And yeah, this matchup, I believe NMSU going into this match is 1-8. They're the players right there
Mm-hmm.
for y'all, and for Maryland, they
They're
are
2-7.
2-7.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So a little bit of a bottom of the collective teams going at it today, but overall, we're looking forward to a good game overall.
Yes. It means it should be close between the both of them here, battling it out just to kind of see who can get over the other. Um, I think it should be fairly close, to be honest. NMSU is taking the bottom. The Terps are third to last there, with Cal Luna splitting between them. But if NMSU is able to get a win here today, they will be at 2-8 instead, and be able to hand the Terps the same count of 2-8.
Yep.
So they're looking for that today. I do really see a favorite in the match I mean, numbers wise. Obviously, you're going to say
Right.
the Terps Lotus team is going to go, but between how they've been playing, I don't really see a decisive favorite to win.
Right.
So it should be pretty interesting today. I think that will be fun to see, and then that way they can battle it out and say that they are not last. I think that's just kind of what they're fighting for at this point.
Yeah, and I mean going into this these maps, so we already have the map bands set for this matchup. We're gonna be going into Bind as the first map, and then the second map will be Ascent, and then if we do go to that deciding third map, it will be Split. And for these teams, it's a little bit different. I feel like the last couple of times that we've seen NMSU play here on the stream, they've always been picking Lotus. Actually got banned out by Maryland this time around.
Yeah.
So interested to see how NMSU is going to try and adapt.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how, like, we were looking at the stats before the entire league and seeing how many times Lotus had been picked, and a majority of the times it was picked was by that team.
Yeah.
So that was interesting to see right away. Maryland was like, no, just like,
Yeah.
we're gonna ban that one. No, thank you. They're like, you might have a slight advantage there, so no. Then the other one that got banned that we were, it was an interesting ban, but we were kind of like, okay, we're not too sad about it being banned. Was the Sunset getting banned?
Right.
So that was cool. I think they have a good map picks. There we
There
go.
you go. All good.
Yeah, we have good map picks here. And the bans were understandable, but we're looking forward to seeing it. The only one that we were kind of a little sad about is the Icebox getting banned for sure. That one was like, oh. It's kind of fun to see sometimes.
Sometimes. I haven't seen Bind in a while.
That's
I feel
fair.
like I haven't seen
That's
Bind
fair.
in a while, so kind of excited to see that going into the first map. Just in general,
Mhm.
we've seen a couple of different comps come in for Purple Rain from a lot of the different
Yeah.
schools. So I'm just interested to see how both these teams play because I haven't watched
Yeah.
either of them play this map.
No, I haven't seen either of them either. But what should we call it? Speaking of team comps, we were saying it looks very different than the normal collegiate comps we see going on in NECC and other leagues like that. We've been seeing more, I guess, like agent favorites of just like they're more comfortable
Right.
with this character and it can be played well with them. Maybe not the best agent pick to go with the whole team comp, but it's just like I'm more comfortable with this, so we're gonna go with it.
Yeah.
So I think that's been interesting to see, and it spices it up a little bit. It's kind of one of the differences here in the Purple Rain competition versus what we normally do in the NECC that we see.
Yeah, I mean, one of those examples I'd have to say was UCSD. We've streamed a couple of their
Mhm.
games. Just having that Brimstone pick on Ascent,
Yeah.
for example, just things like that, where it's like kind of not necessarily out of the box, but it's like could be more efficient if
Yeah.
you chose something else, but also using that agent to your benefit when you do decide to use that over the Omen or the Astra normally, which is what you would see
Yeah.
on Ascent for the most part.
I think the last time we were streaming together, we saw a Phoenix being played in one
Yes,
of the team
yes, we did.
comps,
Yes,
and we were like, "Huh?" Just, but I mean, it worked out for them.
it
It
did.
was
Yeah,
who they were comfortable with playing. So that, I mean, if that's what you got to do, go with what you're comfortable with, other than something you got to be forced to play it and not know.
right. And as we go into bind, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of those comfort
Hmm.
picks that will come out. I feel like the normal kind of idea comp, which would be like the Viper or Brimstone, things like that. Maybe even throwing in a Cipher. Yeah, it can be a Cipher. It just kind of depends on what you're
Hmm.
feeling, what kind of comfortability you have with each
Yeah.
agents in the agent pool. And then, like a lot of the times, or recently at least, we've been seeing a lot of Yoru, especially
Yes.
on a map like Bind. So just seeing if any of the teams will pick up that Yoru and just be able to frag out with it.
It should be interesting to see for sure. I know the teams were kind of getting ready still, so we're just waiting for that. But in the series so far, we've had some pretty dominant teams. If we pulled it up earlier with all the team rankings up,
Right.
but we had a game go on yesterday, on Thursday that was streamed where it was one of the teams pulled ahead 13-1 in the first map and then pulled ahead 13-2 in the second one.
Yes.
So they
Yeah.
just kind of ran away with that. But there's been some pretty dominant teams here in this league so far. It's been fun to watch and just see that they do have this platform to do that, which is awesome because otherwise I don't think we really would have seen them coming up in like the collegiate level, which is which is what Purple Rain was created for,
Right.
is just to give that platform and for these players to just show off and kind of be like, hey, I'm here, and then get that attention and get that publicity out there, and then seeing how they go on from there because. I mean, there's not a huge number of people that go on from here at like a professional level, whether that be
Right.
streaming or being on a team, right, getting put out there. But like, it gives them that chance
Right.
where they wouldn't have had it before.
Yeah, and I mean that's just another point I want to point out. Rockstar, give them another shout out
Hmm.
for making this all possible, just sponsoring basically the whole event
Yeah.
for the most part, helping out with the prize pool, helping out with just putting together this great thing for GCU to
Hmm.
host and have Rockstar sponsor us. So a big thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, we try to do this every time, but just a little background info on how Purple Rain started is we had Tiana here. She's one of the well, she's on the esports team as one of the workers, and she just went to Rockstar at the time. I don't remember what her role was at the time, but she went and was like, "Hey," and sat down at Rockstar with one of their representatives and asked them about putting on a tournament like this, and was like, "Hey, let's make it a tournament for like for the girls, and then anyone else who doesn't normally get the platform because." We've talked about it here at esports, and it's been something that's been changing. Is huge. Like a lot of gamers here are guys, and they feel really comfortable coming here. But some of the girls didn't feel as comfortable, and so GCU was like, you know what? Let's get on that. Let's get on top of that. Let's make sure that we widen up the scope here. And it's been awesome to just see that demographic change and just be so much more open. And like the esports program, as it grows and grows evenly now, it's so awesome to see. And then creating that space. And Tiana was like, "Hey, Rockstar, we have this idea. We would be able to put it on. GCU wants to do it. They're like, we need some help. We need some backing." And Rockstar's like, "That's an excellent idea. Let's do it." And then they've been so supportive along the way. And just we've seen these teams just come out here swinging and being so excited to take the lead on this and being able to participate.
Yeah, and just taking a look at that prize pool that all these teams are fighting for, that 5,000, not up top, but just to play for in general. We have our 7 weeks that we are in currently. Um, that started on the first, and then we'll have playoffs again at the start of April on the 4th. And now we are actually going to be going into the agent draft for this matchup, as Maryland looks like they want to get a little spicy. 5 Yoru,
5
a little bit
euros.
of replication. I mean,
You
I'm
did say
down.
we were gonna see.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. So, I mean, bringing on 5, I mean, might as well, right?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Imagine if you could play the same agent across the board.
Yeah, that would be good.
I just want to see a whole team of Phoenixes blinding each other.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you play Phoenix normally, that's
Hmm.
at least that's how they do it in my ranked game. So that means Phoenix is really good for team flashing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nah, I started. My friend taught me out Phoenix when I started because he's like, it's basic. You'll get a handle of it.
Yeah, flash, never use your wall, and then maybe molly to heal yourself, and that's it.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. He was like, yeah. I'm like, this looks really cool, and then I'm like using it. I'm like, it doesn't work. I'm like this wall doesn't really do as well as the other ones. And he was like, eh.
And his voice actor is really good.
His voice actor is good. Hey, don't touch the flames. Top strat, yeah.
Is that your UK like accent?
I wasn't fully committing to it because I don't want to insult anybody by actually trying. So,
Oh,
high level strategy.
I actually like this. Maryland
Oh.
choosing. Wow, this is so
That is a good
wild. Okay,
I like it.
got the KO Sky double initiator with the Omen single controller. Definitely a difference in what we normally see. I mean, I can't honestly remember the last time that I've seen an Omen played on Bind over the Brimstone. I feel like the Brimstone is just so
Brim usually gets played.
strong.
Yeah.
Especially with the 20-second smokes, and then the
Mhm.
molly just can delay. As well as you can get super nerdy with the Brimstone and have the molly lineups for post play, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't, you don't get to play the game post play. You just have a Brimstone molly.
He just says you don't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Cypher and the KO is something we tend to see a lot here on Bind, so those are good picks there. Raze obviously is pretty good.
Yeah.
Jett, honestly, is just, you're going to want Jett in there as a duelist.
Yeah, and I mean NMSU, the double duelist, like you mentioned, gonna try and get really aggressive throughout this map for sure. Especially with the Sky, kind of pairs really well with the Jett, and being able to dash up as well to double raise,
Yeah.
double satchel for the raise. So I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of fast plays NMSU brings out on the side.
Sivani's KO starting us off here, throwing out that knife nice and early.
Yeah, gonna plant right in main.
Peanut
Nope.
butter.
Yeah, peanut butter not tagged though, so no info gain for Maryland on that side, but a lot of noise made towards B for NMSU. Trying to pick up a little bit extra space as the dash hit. Also,
Nice.
Lean gets the first blood. That's a Sight bomb plant to come down as well as peanut butter coming in very, very late from A. Is now 4 players coming out from CG the dog.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's not good anything.
Trades
Ooh,
coming in
look
though.
at this.
2v2.
Standing.
Well placed nade, a lot of damage.
Gojo on it. Okay, got here.
Not very much. Gonna find the
Ooh,
1v1
nice.
and now 1 HP. 1v1, but no. Playboy Mads is gonna find that last kill as NMSU takes the first round. And
Very
now,
close to dying, though.
yeah, it definitely was a lot closer than they would have liked. They even had that man advantage going into the post plant, but honestly, I thought the retake was gonna come in very nicely for
Yeah.
Maryland, picking up the 2 kills. Jewel Lily was, and
Yeah.
now,
And then that nade did an insane amount of damage.
yeah, it did.
Maryland just didn't move out of the way.
Yeah, and it's like kind of funny
sorry,
because
NMSU.
it pushes the both of the NMSU players into a corner,
Mhm.
which kind of gave Gojo here the opportunity to win that 1v2. But as I'm talking, the fast A hit seems to be coming in. As the Rays already taking the space and gonna.
Restacking mid.
I thought was gonna find the Cypher on their cam, but
No,
it's
then
gonna
yeah.
sneak through. And,
Would be in an interesting spot.
yeah,
Here.
Decks are lean.
The Guardian trying to find the cam, finally breaks it. Nade to delay a bit of time as finally the smoke comes through. The screen can start. Trying to make their way through Hookah. The KO flash will pop out. Not going to get a full
Player
blind.
standing.
Whippy and Lean can find 4. Playboy Mads to end out the round. That's a pretty clean eco
Nearly
for
a flawless
NMSU.
victory for them.
Yeah.
Just like we practiced.
Round 3. Couple of Spectas. Eagle, maybe peanut butter. Gonna have a lot of money. Maybe thinking about a hero rifle here.
There.
Probably gonna look against it. 4,400 in the bank. Not even a Deagle to her name. Oh, there it is. That's the Sheriff buy up on that lurk as well. And
Let's see, could be here in an interesting spot. Let's see how aggressive they're gonna be.
it looks like
Stim.
NMSU wants to take the long space yet again. very quick to get out the
Maryland here, holding a good, trying to hold this. That is a hard push for B-Long.
Yeah.
4.
The only problem is with these smoke balls, it's going to be really difficult for NMSU to try, or sorry, for Maryland to try and hold on to this site. No smokes really going to be online for another 8 seconds, and I mean 4 players trying to flood out of the same choke point. No smoke there is going to make things really dicey.
Mm-hmm. Let's see who's going to kick off. There's the bomb buddy.
Yeah, that's smoke.
See if he catches. No, still no push yet.
Maybe a flash out of the smoke. 3 players here though for Maryland.
Yeah, if they're not careful, Trace might send in the Wolf or a concuss into the whole team.
Definitely could, as the smoke's finding them out, and that double satchel getting really aggressive. Finds the middle 2 player, Thwipey does, and even lives. Now the fight back site is going to be found. Lean to find one, Trace to get the trade, but Ms. Icy will have none of that. 2v4 in favor of NMSU as we go into the post lane at a very late flank for Peanut Butter. Maryland players walking up through elbow.
Gojo here trying to make some of it with the ciphers. Nice flash out. That actually catches Ms. Icy. Savani gets the kill.
3v2 now. It's all 3 players for NMSU out towards the site.
There we go.
2-4
Nice.
fall, and now Peanut Butter might have a good position, but
actually going very well.
KO has an idea, and Savani,
winning a 2v3.
Yeah, 4v2.
4v2. Yeah, no, they won the 4v2. Yeah, you're right.
It was kind of an awkward situation, though. It almost felt like a 3v2 on the site with how late Peanut Butter was flanking through the A site. And you know, when you have that man advantage and not able to quite win the round with it kind of shifts the momentum towards Maryland. Even though they, honestly, the big winner, in my opinion, is NMSU. Gonna find 3 kills on a bonus round, make it really close, get a bomb plan as well. But I mean, Maryland's gonna, their money is not gonna be as good now, and looks like NMSU is gonna try and just keep taking a lot of this B space.
Okay, we see the Blade Stone getting ready, trying to take that Mojo.
Actually doesn't go through is Savani. Gets a first play from that, so gonna find one. Thwipey gonna find the second. Another man advantage situation.
Is that an operator?
Spike planted.
I thought I saw operator outline. I was like, oh.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm crazy. Ignore me. Thwipey here, getting ready to hold this. Knows the Raze is coming. Let's see if Raze is able to. I don't think she'll catch one. Oh, wow. Trace turned that corner beautifully. Got Thwipey. Peanut Butter shutting down Jewel Lily. Gojo taking out Ms. Icy.
Last player standing.
Trace to find another. Now a 2v1.
Putting in some work with that Guardian.
Open up the sky!
That kill will maybe come through, but actually not that much damage.
He's going to have to push that Cypher already.
Down,
there it is.
Yeah.
Playboy taking out Gojo.
Some well-used util on NMSU's side. Playboy Mads using that ult to her advantage, finding the round win in that 1v2.
Trace there almost got a 3rd kill, but that ult pushed Trace out into the open and got that open easy headshot for her.
Yeah, definitely did. And I mean, it looks really good for Maryland for a second. You know, they found the kills, trying to get on site, evened it out with Trace's Guardian shots, and the trades came through, but in the end, not able to do too much about it as NMSU reading into the stack towards B after using that site so many times before. Now, only 1 player here.
Ooh, got flashed. Oh, was that a team flash on him?
No, that was the KO flash. That's gonna be the spike blind kill.
Yeah, true. I was saying KO had the flash aura around his head too.
Gun here.
Now it gets a little difficult. Only 1 player in hookah. Try and take in this 3-player push. The dog lean to find the Raze.
Jewel Lily got taken out by Dexarline. Dexarline finds the second one, taking out Gojo. See if Miss Icy's got anything to say
One
right now.
enemy remaining.
There's Playboy Mads again.
Coming out on top once more.
Finding a lot of kills here.
What are they
NMSU
doing
coming
over
out
there?
really strong
When
here.
the play's
4-1
not working,
lead.
call an audible.
Only broken up midway through.
Yeah, I mean, Playboy Mads 9-1. A couple of clutches to her name. Just kind of leading the team right now.
Yeah. It has the equivalent amount of kills as the top two on Maryland.
That is true.
I love when that happens. Definitely showcasing where they're at here.
Oh, this is a nice.
Nice
That's-
little spread out.
Dex are leading close behind though with 6, taking up what their second players take.
Yeah. Actually, wow, I like the use of the KO ult quite early. It's gonna deny the info and really just stop this push altogether.
Yeah, Savani taking up in hookah in the area around it consistently. Good ult there. Dex Arlene going over there on the far right to kind of just tease A there, but that Cypher's holding it pretty hard.
Yeah, and it will get a little difficult if NMSU decides to use this raise ult, and out it comes.
There it is.
Kill to be found, and now the site opens up as Cypher playing over in heaven. Not to find any kills
Oh my why?
on the run out, even though the tripwire does get some tags.
Spike
Bomb
planted.
plant does come down. 5v4 post plant in favor of NMSU. So
Maryland
post
doing
plant positions finally coming through.
Ooh, Gojo catching Ms. Icy. Jewel Lily taking out Dex Arlene. Maryland kind of turning the tables. It gets evened out.
3v3, peanut butter.
Oh,
Need to clear
corner
Playboy
Playboy
Mads.
Mads.
Gojo to
Straight
find
One
Playboy.
enemy remaining.
Ooh.
Wavy on the late flank through U-Haul. Is going to find the last 2 players for Maryland. Taking a 5-1 score line. And that eco for Maryland is definitely going to be taking a hit here.
Yeah. Maryland was trying to turn that around and actually started to for a second there, and then they kind of just lost grip of what they were doing. And
Yeah.
MSU was able to just kind of slip out and make that work. That slip up was big by, I think Playboy Mads catching, I think it was Gojo. Didn't check their left.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was somebody. I think
Yeah.
it was...
Playboy Mads was pretty low and just was in the right corner, and nobody checked it, and then was
Yeah.
able to get a free kill there before getting traded. All right, eats that flash like a boss and keeps going.
I mean, Maryland's been really content to just give up a lot of this B space, not really fighting for long too much, nor fighting Hookah, as MSU has essentially taken all this space for free. A little bit of util used here and there just to make sure that the clears come through, but Savani almost being punished for that little...
Ooh, the double tackle by the Rays.
Yeah. A nice flash also
Check
to
out.
come through.
Nice, good patience.
Great
Ooh.
in the lineup,
Did it 3
2v2
in a
now.
row.
Gonna find both the players towards elbow.
The patience there showed by Dex Arlene to kind of just wait for a second really paid off, getting a whole lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, seeing both players towards elbow, it's just gonna be this big sprint over to A.
Put it right out in the open.
Planted.
And it looks like, I thought Maryland might have just followed them through the teleporter to go back to A, but
I would have thought a nice split would have been good. Just one to flank and see what happens.
yeah. Like, NMSU is gonna play a little safe on his post plant, not try and get too far up. It's Peanut Butter to take first contact here. Might see one, even possibly C2, but no, just tucking into the corner. A nice timing, but the shots do miss. 2v2 still up as the bomb ticks down little by little. The tap does come through. Wide swing
Nice.
first. Found a
Good
second
job.
found.
Toxic finding 2 kills right there. Really well done.
No time though, just barely 1.26 seconds. And nice time management from NMSU, knowing that if they just double swing, take the fights, not going to be able to be killed fast enough for the defuse to come in, and time playing a huge factor in that one for Maryland.
Honestly, Maryland was very lucky those shots didn't hit. The way they both turned their back to that hookah corner,
Yeah.
just really bad. NMSU just didn't push it super hard though, so they got lucky.
Yeah, and I mean, that round overall, just being able to find that rotate as soon as the Cypher ult comes through, and even finding the trades on site. For a second, it looked like Maryland was just going to run away with that round, finding the 2 on the entry in, but eventually the trades came through in a lineup it was a really good lineup, honestly, and just the 2v2, and I mean, you know, when it comes to an eco, it's going to be the lesser guns that aren't going to have a chance. Do pick up the Vandals, but, you know, no shield. In the end, doesn't really matter.
Yep.
And that's just another round for NMSU.
Yeah, they've been doing a really good job, and their stats don't show that they're the better team. But I mean, right now they're playing like the better team.
Yeah.
So just kind of goes to show, just you got to find the right opponent sometimes, because the stats may be lying to you a little bit. But it's just, yeah, NMSU has been doing a really good job. I know they wanted to be attackers on this one.
Yeah.
So obviously they had a game plan going into it, so it'll be interesting to see if that changes up when they go into defense. But they've been playing really strongly here so far, and Maryland has not been able to answer. That's 4 rounds in a row since the last time Maryland got on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. And going right into this round yet again, this B space going to be taken for NMSU, but finally Maryland fighting slowly, but no, Playboy Mads will not let that happen as the first blood comes in quickly.
Satchel up.
And now the execute does come in. The double satchel a little bit of a miss, but nonetheless the site does get cleared and the site does get taken as all 4 players for Maryland over in CT.
Spike planted.
That a
Trying to-
vandal?
Oh yeah, that's a vandal.
I've
It's
seen
the
that
Elder
on.
Flame.
I've seen that on the shotgun, but whoa.
That's one of the first skins. It was Prime, and then it was that. The skin is so
Stealing sight.
Toxic, the last round here. Breakthrough catches.
One
The trades
enemy
are going
remaining.
crazy.
Trades,
Peanut Butter
yeah.
finally finding the final one on Toxic. Leaving Savani all by
Oh, and his
herself.
timing is
One enemy
Ooh,
remaining.
nice. Hit the
fast
headshot.
kill.
No damage taken in that trade either. Oh, no.
Not gonna be able to get half.
But
Another
it's
personal.
Ooh, and gets killed. Playboy Mads coming out on top again.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to that Brimstone ult yet again. It's so powerful, especially on a map like Vine, where you can find yourself in a lot of these, like, odd scenarios where you can just be cornered with the circle. I know that sounds super weird, but,
Yeah.
you know, like, for example, when you're in hookah, you can just be dead because you're kind of cornering yourself in that position.
Yeah.
And then even on the post plant, if you get it in the right kind of spots, you can just kind of force out the players, and if they take a bad swing, then they're just dead or things like that. So overall, you know, using that Brimstone ult, being able to get that Brimstone ult so many times and a half can be so
out of my
impactful
way.
for these post plans.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job of that. Maryland has 3 ults ready. Hopefully able to make something of that, because NMSU is using their Jett ult and the Sky ults ready. See what they're able to pull off here, if anything.
Yeah.
Grenade. Satchel up.
Satchel.
Yeah,
A good one
yet
this
again,
time.
and a
Oh,
nice
caught
shot.
with the Eagle. The Blade Storm coming in clutch for Dexter Lean.
Yeah, and I mean, getting your own trade, I mean, why not?
Yep.
The nade kill comes through as well, and now 2v4 on a pretty light buy is going to make things difficult for Maryland. Blink is coming through, not quite getting checked
Coming
yet.
through. Gojo able to come in.
Block up.
Savani is not able to pull that, swing that yet. Oh, maybe
Does
now,
break
yeah,
the
is able to get through.
Timing could be good with the
They found my
Sky
wire. Cage trigger.
watching.
Gojo
One
making too
enemy
much noise
remaining.
there. Ms. Icy putting him down. Savani gets another kill, taking out Ms. Icy. Ooh, flash out. Actually
One
caught,
enemy
makes it
remaining.
pay off.
My ult's ready.
Too little time, just gonna run out with the Vandal.
Yeah, but
Gets
yeah,
caught.
not gonna find an escape. Pretty unfortunate as find the 3 kills, but yet again, time playing a huge factor in the post plant.
Maryland keep
Maryland,
being
yeah.
forced to make like those heroic final stands with 0 time left.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, they're finding the kills, but it all just comes down to going out with the util that you're throwing for the retake, and if you can get out fast enough with it, as well as, like, you know, just getting prepped for the retake,
Yeah.
making sure that you make it in a timely fashion, because that's, I believe, the second time that Maryland's just kind of not had any time on the clock, maybe in the third, but
Ooh, almost had a lineup there if Savani had played that right.
yeah. Oh,
That
man.
went
That worked
surprisingly
out.
well for Jewel
Crouch
Lily.
spray worked out. All good. Gets a bit of a trade, but I mean, NMSU is going to get aggressive here.
Yeah.
Yet again, the Jett already on site. Cypher to take U-Haul, and there comes the dog. The plant to come soon as well.
To kind of go back to that timing thing you were talking about, Maryland needs to do a better job of a sense of urgency, really.
Yeah, and I mean, it's definitely going to come through this time around. Is a double flank to come through. Only the Jett to look for it.
Well, the spray worked out.
I've got
Toxic
your
having
trail.
traces back there. Well, more so her front.
Well, unfortunate of a molly. Skyo does come in. Well, his IZ is going to find the kill. The
They're going to try
3v3
and catch
yet
peanut
again.
butter here. Oh, the
Oh,
timing gets him.
go.
Last player standing.
Oh,
And the
good shot.
trades
enemy
yet
remaining.
again. 1 HP though for Trace.
Not a good spot for her to be in, but has to hold this last stand here.
Oh, yeah, and the headshot to come in, not even going to be needed, 1 HP, but his IC takes out her counterpart, giving NMSU that 9-1 lead on Bind. The only round dropped on that bonus, and honestly, it felt like they shouldn't have even lost that one as
That
Nick
one was
went.
near luck.
Yeah, it was the 4v2 to come in with the lesser weapons. Not on the side of Maryland, but more so NMSU had the worst weapons, but they had the man advantage, but in the end, the better weapons won out. Is now it looks like Maryland finally taking a stand over towards B, trying to get aggressive, just running out, taking the knife, not going to find any, but all the players here to fight, but
Spray
nobody
through
going to
works,
fight
takes
with
out
their
Toxic.
team.
No wall bang here.
Might not even expect the Cypher
I
in the
know
middle
exactly.
corner. Now what? That
Oh,
ult comes
doesn't
through
catch
and-
her.
Huh.
Peanut butter doing the wall bang though. Nice, tries to put
Nice.
into ult.
Amount of damage as well.
And they got a full take. They have full coverage of this B site right here.
Spike planted.
Somebody almost didn't get shot. That was a little scary. Oh, I don't think they know that Flippy is there.
Yeah, I don't think so
Or Flippy.
either. And
Oh.
Last
Yeah, there we go.
player
Goes down.
Yeah.
They're able to take her out, but it does not matter because Dexterline comes through and takes him out.
yeah, and I mean NMSU going to this last
Last
round
round in
is
the
going to
half.
have their third Brimstone ult of the half. And
That's
it looks
crazy.
like it's got to be on Maryland this round to try and make sure that NMSU can't get into that post-plant scenario, especially with an ultimate like that. You know, you have the ult for the retake, but I suppose you could
This goes here.
theoretically have NMSU take the site, have the 5v5 retake, use that KO ult to try and even out the playing field and make it so that NMSU can't use that Brimstone ult, but you know, overall, and even a 5-stack towards B, trying to anticipate the aggressive B hit, but it might just be Peanut Butter to try and see what kind of value she can get, but nothing will be found. A lot of info found that the push does come through on the flank, and NMSU taking their time to try and get out onto site, and time they do not have is the lurk just slowly coming up, and but Lean trying to fight towards back site. That ult to come through as well. Might be a bit of a backstab, but two players here in pocket. Mads,
Nice.
oh my goodness.
Playboy Mads is able to shoot over her teammate's head. Toxic getting two of her herself.
Oh, and the timing coming out of the smoke, not ready for it. As Maryland gets the third, or sorry, gets the second round
Yes.
and the final round of this half. Gonna be going 2-10
Don't even stop
in
that
favor of
shit,
NMSU going into
Refusing
their
to go quietly.
defensive. Yeah. Now it just comes
Switching
down to this
sides.
pistol. It feels like if
Yeah.
NMSU takes it and makes it an 11-2, it feels like it's going to be just
Yeah.
about an impossible comeback. I don't want to say impossible, actually, but
Highly improbable.
extremely improbable that the comeback does initiate.
Here.
Maryland,
Gee, 17 and 16 for the top two on NMSU. Dang.
yeah, just
The difference on the stats is crazy.
it is quite crazy. A lot of these rounds feel so like trade heavy as well as
Mhm.
the retakes come in, the trades come through, and then it just turns into a 2v2, 1v1, and NMSU is the one to come out on top, and Maryland deciding this round, gonna try and put a stop to that. Is 2 players towards Hookah, 2 players towards B long. Lean is gonna find that info as Cypher set up towards B. It's gonna be that weak side and a fast flank from Dwight B. NMSU. Raise is gonna be coming through as Gojo finds that first blood onto the Jett. Now just on her lonesome, Peanut Butter is gonna be alone. Finds a kill through the concuss, but no more will be found as well. Smoke goes down and the kill for Toxic is gonna be acquired. 4v2 man advantage for Maryland in this post plant as the flank does find some value here.
Ooh, really out in the open.
Yeah, and this bomb plant is planted for both elbow and long. 2 players in elbow. It's gonna make it pretty difficult, but the Brimstone Smoke actually not gonna find
Gojo went out alone, unfortunately. I don't think that Maryland realizes how close they were.
Yeah, and I think if Playboy Mads has more ammo in that spot, she can get that kill and try and help her teammate, but Toxic is just gonna focus on the bomb diffuser and find that round for Maryland.
Yeah. And I think they were really close to just sticking it. Maryland, like we've talked before, needs that sense of urgency to kind of just shut that down for sure. It worked out for them in the end, but if they had whiffed or if they hadn't been that low on ammo, it would have been a different story.
That's true, and I thought that the Brimstone Smoke had been on the bomb and just like allowed them to get that ninja diffuse to come through. Obviously it wasn't the case. I think the smoke came in for long, not anticipating so many elbow players, but you know, at the end of the day, Maryland's gonna take that.
They seem more confident playing attack too.
Yeah, definitely do. Is, you know, being able to play their game, decide where they want to fight on the map, and a lot of contacting here. That KO knife does come through, and the Cypher Yuto goes down. The first blood found for Jewel Lily is now Peanut Butter just alone on site. Not going to find any kills, is now the 5v3 post flank does come through.
They're rotating heavily now, all 3 of them.
Yeah,
now put a tripwire straight on top of the bomb plant. Nice.
Just a bunch of classics. It's going to be really hard to go against these Spectres and Bulldogs. The dog comes through. This retake will be attempted. No guns on the ground. That flash finds player, and Savani gonna get punished.
Playboy Mad's doing an excellent job.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now the tripwire kill for Jagojo as well, and that Omen blind is gonna be huge. To flank now.
Jewel Lily whiffing a little bit.
It's gonna come through.
All right, they leave Jewel Lily alone. She's hopefully going to get catch him here. Gojo coming in with that Spectre and putting in the work, getting 3 kills total.
Yeah, and that concuss from the dog, ever so prevalent, making Gojo super confident in her swing, just being able to take the fights, the easy fights, long range maybe with a Spectre, but...
Is that the Grim Reaper? I see an Outlaw coming out for Peanut Butter right there at the end. Just trying to make that work. The Bulldogs coming out again for Maryland. Prominent with those.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting pick that Outlaw, probably because of the money deficit that she does have. Not going to be able to pick up the light shield or the full shield if she goes with a rifle, but
might be trying to stick this B long a little harder. Just Peanut Butter's been getting pushed pretty hard when they come in, so hopefully trying to deal higher damage right away.
Yeah, definitely possible. It finally takes that angle and gonna miss that first shot. Now just making Maryland a little more wary of the B long position.
Let's see here. Oh, okay, we see Dexarline and Ms. Icy. Ms. Icy's going to go through the corner over there. Dexarline already on site. KO surprise comes in. Peanut Butter backed up. Dexarline's going in hard with his 1 hit, actually. Not able to get anything. Gojo puts her down.
Cypher comes through the teleport. Gonna come in for Whitebeard. This flank might not be thought about here for a second. As the smoke about to come down, and
nope, actually
maybe a kill to be found.
On top of that. Savani trading.
No, Trace to find another kill at a 4v2, but 2 kills to come in. Peanut Butter and Ms. Icy are gonna find 1
near
each.
even HP. It looks like Trace might actually be 1 hit.
The wraparound comes through as well. The fast kill from his Icy.
Player standing.
Now knows that it's the flank and just peanut butter alone.
No problem.
Gonna have to stick it to the half and then whip around fast enough. Trace clutching up.
Yeah, and a big bonus to be found for Maryland as well. Not gonna find a
dang.
way to live with the Bulldog, but you know, there is that little copium hit. Like, it's all good because it was just a Bulldog.
Yeah.
The full buy can still come through. And even if they do end up losing this round, they will be able to buy up in the next. So the Eco in a great spot, and I guess I have to bite my tongue because there's definitely a chance now.
Yeah, that's
For
four.
this
That's
comeback.
4 in a row for them. They're
Three-
doing really
yeah,
well. 5 and 10.
Yeah, 3 in
Like
a row.
I said,
and-
way more confident on the attack side.
yeah, and it looks like they're trying to take a lot of this B space off the rip. Kind of just taking it as they please. Maybe reading into how NMSU is wanting to play this defense. Honestly, both these teams playing the B site kind of similarly. Just playing for site, waiting for the hit to come in, not fighting for hookah, not fighting for B long, and just letting the offense take the map control that they want kind of for free, as well as Maryland not using really any util, maybe a sky flash here and there for long. But overall, just not really doing too much to try and keep the map control that they need.
Very slow here. Also, nobody has an alt D, which is a little different from how we've seen the last.
Yeah.
There's more alt heavy. They were going back and forth.
Cage
All right, here we go. The KO.
It's the hit yet again comes through, and just gonna be 3 players on site.
Oh
that
wow!
need
Catches
to push
Dexter
out.
really
Yeah.
fast. Is able to. Gojo actually finishes peanut butter with the help of Savani,
And
30
Dual
seconds
Lily.
left.
taking out Ms. Icy. This is a clean sweep right now for Maryland. Knock on wood. Oh, nice. Savani catching 2 more bodies there.
Yeah,
And a flawless victory.
and a big thing too for next round as well is that KO now online. It's gonna make things a little bit easier to get out onto site. If they do choose to go towards B again, that Cypher setup looks like it's gonna be towards B.
Ooh, KO already. And we got timeout coming from their coach, Leon.
Yeah, and
NMSU asking themselves, what is going wrong and why do they have 6 or 5 in a row?
yeah, and I'm honestly hoping that from NMSU going into this defensive half, trying to, you know, maybe have that B setup with the Cypher, but then have the Cypher play towards A. You know, with the util being a full universal, whereas like when you have a Killjoy, you have to be in a certain radius to use the turret or the Killjoy bot. Just having that set up towards B, since obviously Maryland has loved being able to go towards B a lot of the time, and then move the Cypher so that when the KO does come in, the tripwires will still be up. They'll be able to get the smoke kills like they normally are planning to do. And I mean, if they can do something like that, cheese out a kill or 2, make it get the man advantage while they go into the post plant, not give up any unnecessary picks, could be an easy retake round for NMSU to try and pick up and try and break the momentum for Maryland.
Yeah, Maryland's been doing a great job, like you said. They got to maintain the momentum, which is going to be the hardest part coming out of this this time out here with NMSU trying to change up that game plan, like you said. I think they should have a fair chance at holding that momentum. We rarely see a team go that hard and then lose it off the bat. So unless NMSU has a big power play out of nowhere, then I think Maryland is going to put in a hard fight to take it to the final round.
Yeah, and it looks actually really different from Maryland. Looked like they were deciding to try and go towards B, but something tipped them off, and now, well, I suppose they were starting to move towards A, and now 2 more players go back towards B. Gojo gonna lead the charge towards Hookah as Thwipey is gonna find that first blood on the Omen Lurk. That's no more smokes for this offensive round. It's gonna make it much more difficult.
Can't use that.
For Maryland to try and get out onto site as 2 players now bundled in short, and gets a little awkward. I think Thwipey actually sees, the nade is going to come out. No kill to be found though, as she just runs into it, and multiple players holding her as now the hit will come in. No smokes obviously to come in, as well as that Omen is already dead.
30 seconds
And now
left.
just Playboy Mads to try and make a play, but no, Gojo will shut her down. as the Skyall comes out for this post plant. And Maryland finds a miracle in this round, finding the man advantage, finding the open bomb site.
Oh, Savani here.
And all 3 players detected CT is going to be a really difficult site to break.
Honestly, some wall bangs might go. Ooh, let's see. Dexterline pushing through hookah.
Yeah, and a lot through U-Haul indeed.
Wow. Didn't
Pass.
get caught at all. By
Ms.
Trey.
Icy as well, but 3 kills
Wow.
to come through for NMSU, but time is ticking. It's now just 1. Peanut Butter to find the kill and the defuse, maybe to come through. Very low on time.
Ooh,
Just in the nick of time,
beautiful.
0.6 seconds. And wow, NMSU finds the 3v4 retake with no bodies dropped.
That was beautiful.
Definitely was. I mean, honestly, a lot of it I think came down to just the Maryland whiffs as the retake came in. A nice stash away as well for Lean, as you know, she just takes a fight pocket, finds out that there's another player super close, stashes away, waits for the teammate to swing with her, and obviously that just works in their favor. And
I would
now-
say one of the bigger whiffs was Trace holding that corner to find hookah and didn't fire a single shot as both players stepped out into the open.
yeah,
And then when they took her down, Gojo stepping out of his corner behind those boxes and then getting mowed down as well. I mean, Gojo got off more shots towards that duo than Trace did, and Trace was holding that corner.
yeah.
Just an unfortunate play there.
Oh, and I think Savani might have.
Oh, nice.
Thought she might have seen something, but no trade to come through either for.
Dexterline
Gojo.
whipping out of there and just putting a headshot through,
Yeah.
quite literally.
Now even trying to find some more, but won't find the headshot this time. As Gojo alone in hookah, 3 players towards be the final Maryland player. So maybe go up, but actually looks like they're gonna pivot back towards A here in a second. It's both the hookah players moving back towards Market. The TP to come through as well, and now Thwipey. It's gonna be put to the test here in this bathroom position. The Raze ult to come through as well. The flash, it does get turned, and
Good patience.
30
They're going to have
seconds
to
left.
rush in and use it. Oh,
yeah, and
read
actually
that wrong.
doesn't use it on the spot that I would have thought
Yeah,
she
no.
would use it, but
She definitely had enough info to know they were coming from that area too, so I don't know what that choice was about.
yeah, and now it's just, oh, and a time constraint as well. 10 seconds to try and get this bomb down now, as Julily is gonna find a kill. Toxic as well, gonna find a kill, but no time left to plant the bomb at all, and to
Ooh.
spam from Peanut Butter is gonna find the last kill, and now the momentum shift definitely has come through. 2 rounds in a row for NMSU, and looks like a pose up to
Is
take
that
this
an
round or
operator?
map.
Dexterline's
yeah.
Jett has an operator now, feeling a little confident in themselves here. Oh, gets rid of it. Okay, I'll stop talking smack. But NMSU, nope,
No,
let's back
there
up.
it is.
Excuse me. NMSU is definitely ready to hold this. Is feeling super confident. They got that turnaround. That new game plan is working for them. They're trying to shut it out right now.
Yeah, and now Maryland deciding that A is now the play, but NMSU kind of reading into it as well as the op already set up for Heaven, and that's one of the things about having an Omen here. With the Brimstone, at least you can smoke up towards Heaven, and you can smoke both of the mid points on site. But because of that Omen, you only have the 2 smokes. So now you have to pick and choose, and most of the time you're going to have to choose to not go through Jordan. I don't know if
Oh,
Gojo
does
will
it
clear
ju-
this.
oh.
Does clear, but Wipey is going to find 2. The
Woo!
op also to find some value, as just 2 players left, and an alt kill comes
Jeez.
through. Wow.
It's a thanks for letting me know where you are. Here's a rocket.
Oh, and the timing for Mad Boy,
Wow. Playboy Mad.
Playboy Mads is going to find the last 2. 13-6 scoreline for this first map of Bind. Does come through, and honestly, it was, I wouldn't say closer than I had thought that it would be, but, you know, obviously, Maryland putting up a fight in that.
We were
in the
throwing for a
match.
roller coaster there, folks. We didn't
Yeah.
know what was going on. It's just all of a sudden we got NMSU running away, and we were like, huh? And
Yeah.
then Maryland starts taking it back, and we're like, huh? Just a
Absolutely,
really
yeah.
strong, dominant retake by NMSU at the very end there. Good timeout call and good change of plans.
Yeah, and that's going to be the first map. We're going to be coming back with second map on Ascent as we go to a break. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to our Purple Rain stream. We just got done with our first map at Bayern versus NMSU and Maryland. Maryland was beginning to take back the game from NMSU, and then NMSU just said, no, you're not going to do that,
Yeah.
and took it and won. It was actually a pretty cool switch up we saw. I know you were predicting what they were going to do to kind of switch it up and take the momentum back, but they did so dominantly. It obviously got all 3 rounds in a row, but not only that, just they had Maryland's number again, just hitting all the shots, taking the kills, turning the corners really well.
Yeah.
We saw a couple whiffs on Maryland's part. That was noted. We did note that. We're not going to harp on it. But just NMSU just playing everything pretty well. Like, not everything was perfect, obviously, because there's just going to be very few games like that. But it all turned out very well for them. Just the way they were able to use, even the util use was really good. And then another thing we noted was shutting down the right agents. Like the
Yeah.
Omen got taken out early, and then that just played a big role in that round. Just the right things going right and at the right times.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the big things that I think kind of led to that NMSU win overall,
Mhm.
when they were doing the attack side, it kind of came down to the map control that they were given early. You
Yeah.
know, when it comes to B, they would kind of take hookah for free with just one player and then leave 3 over towards B long, and there wasn't a lot of fighting for Maryland on that side of the map. The one time they actually did try and fight for B long, it was just the one Raze in long trying to fight by herself, and
Mhm.
obviously in that round got first blooded instantly, and the hit just came
Yeah.
through. But a lot of the times when the defense would win the rounds, just on either side, it came down to trying to fight for that map control. You
Mhm.
know, just trying to fight in through hookah, a couple of rounds that or even just fight through bath, like we saw Thwipey on NMSU find that first blood onto the Omen on that lurk. You know, taking the space, finding a kill, backing up, being able to play that man advantage on the retake or in the post plant, things like that. And then also when we saw the Jett, I don't quite remember who was playing Jett, but the Jett for NMSU who found the first blood and yet again got out with her life,
Mhm.
played the retake, played the post
Jewel
plant.
Lily. Was it Jewel Lily?
No,
No, Jewel Lily
that's
was the other
Maryland's
Rays.
Rays, yes.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Hold on. It'll come back to me in a moment.
It probably will, yeah. And you know, just finding the kills, finding the map space, and just not giving up so much map control
Mhm.
that it makes it super hard to try and fight onto site when
Yeah.
a full retake or full execute is just coming your way.
Was it? Is he? So, it's gonna bug me that I don't remember who the
It's
Jett
fine.
was.
We'll see. We'll
do it
literally
later.
see the name, and we're gonna be like,
That one.
"Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I know that one."
No,
Yeah.
the other thing I was noting that was doing pretty well, or that was consistent but not necessarily a great thing, is that Peanut Butter, the cipher, I think it was from Maryland early on, was trying to hold that by themselves, or whoever. It was Peanut Butter. Okay, I remember the name. Peanut Butter Cipher was
NMSU.
trying to hold A by themselves pretty much, and then was stuck out in the open of the site. And then that wasn't just it just wasn't working very well. Then we saw the switch up where Peanut Butter played more forward on B long. Didn't work. They busted out the outlaw. Just a change up is all I'm pointing out here. Is just that shifting of
Yeah.
tactics is like, okay, this went wrong 3 times in a row for me. What do I need to change? And it's like, okay, let's be more aggressive on the B long. Let's try this out. That didn't work out. They fell back, shifted gears on how they were going to take care of that situation. But just the different changes up during the gameplay. For example, when the attacker side realizes NMSU, when they realizes that B long was working okay but
Yeah.
not great, they came through mid, coming out, hopping out the window more often with the raised double satchel.
Yeah.
There was a whiff or two in there, but it was really impressive just to see the change up. Just like, okay, this is consistently getting us in there, but we're not performing well
Right.
once we get there. So let's try a different tactic, and then just shifting that over a little bit. And then another thing you noted was, I think it was Maryland who dropped the bomb early on, and then just kind of went to kind of search out B long and see how that was being played, and then shifted from there.
Yeah.
Whereas before they were just going. They kind of just had the game plan and went rather than observing and taking everything else in.
Yeah, and I mean, when we go into this next map, I think a lot of the considerations for momentum, just in general, those last 4 rounds that Maryland had found is definitely going to help them try and boost the morale while they
Mhm.
go into this next map of Ascent. It's not necessarily, well, it can be pretty execute heavy, but on a map like Ascent, you know, well, at least on a map like Bind, you can find the lurks, you can
Mhm.
find like a lot of different things. It doesn't have to be super execute heavy, but when it comes to Ascent, the lurk kind of, I mean, it's good. Obviously, lurking can be good
Mhm.
and can be good on any map, but on a map like Ascent, you only have 3 spots that you can try and lurk up, and
Yeah.
I mean, you can easily commit your you know, Killjoy util, just overall players to try and hold those choke points. And you know, when you go ahead and do that, it can be a lot easier. And as we go into the agent select,
We have a full Yoru stack again from
Yes.
Maryland.
and now just the Yoru maybe even making an appearance, this
Why toxic?
might be an interesting pick as
What's it?
NMSU so far looking pretty standard on the lock-in.
It
so
was
many
Thwipey.
Jets. No,
No, Thwipey wasn't the Jett.
no, Thwipey was the,
What was it?
no, it was Lean. Lean was the Jett.
Lean was the Jett.
Yeah,
No, you're right. You're right.
100%.
Sorry. Oh, now we got to double. You know, it's been a while since I've seen Neon in there.
It has been.
Are we gonna commit to a Neon?
Chamber?
A Chamber? I haven't seen
Oh,
Chamber since
man.
Senor Nader was using them.
Yeah.
Oh no. No, I'm
Surely
okay. You guys are just
not
getting my hopes
ISO.
up on purpose now. I know we're delayed by like 3 minutes, but still, I know you're messing with me.
Versus delayed by 3 minutes when it's not being fully streamed. That's crazy.
Oh right, I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm used to
POV,
the
you're being
delay.
recorded Are we on stream? Chat, this is crazy.
Chat, answer me right now. I'm sorry. It's been a week. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. Now they're just Toxic's playing around. Omen,
Yeah, there comes the Omen.
Omen, Raise, Jett. That's a nice comp. Let's see. I honestly don't
Oh,
think that.
wow.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh,
No KOs. I mean, for NMSU, kind of swapping in the KO for the Sky, it's not necessarily a one-to-one trade, but in terms of flashes,
yeah.
I think when it comes when it comes to an agent like KO, you definitely have to have some comfortability on that agent.
Yeah.
With how the flashes work, you have to. I don't want to say like you're not putting time in, but it's definitely you have to put a lot of time in to try and figure out how you want to play the KO just in general, how to do the flashes super well. And even then, like when you put in the time like that, you sometimes don't even find good flashes. But when it comes to Sky, it kind of gets easier to control the flashes, find the lines that you want to send your flash on. So definitely makes sense that NMSU maybe using the comfort of the Sky over the KO. But I mean, for Maryland, pretty interesting. I can't remember the last time I've seen a double duelist Jett Raise on Ascent. The only time I really have seen like double duelists is kind of like when it was Reyna Jett, like super far back, like during First Strike with like 100 Thieves that had Dicey and Asuna, and then like Hiko, Nitro, and Steel, like that far back. And
That looked like a kind of whiffed smoke, but it worked out fine. But jeez, the gun's going off. Ms. Icy taking out Jewel Lily, Gojo getting the trade back.
and
Peanut
there
Butter
goes
standing their ground.
OCT as well as
Peanut Butter finding another kill.
Running
Savani
gun
finding third.
turn.
Good lord.
Remaining.
Oh, finds a third as well.
They might just
randomly.
need to stick to classics more often. Holy.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, Peanut Butter's cooking with the classic. What's going on? Sit
heck
down,
just
everybody.
happened?
You cannot touch her. Oh my gosh. And an outlaw. All right, let's
Yeah,
go.
I mean, Outlaw good. I mean,
two outlaws?
okay, 2 Outlaws is
Okay.
crazy.
Now we're overcooking, but I'm here for it. All right, I'm here for
Yeah,
it.
I'm down to cook. I mean, the Outlaw for the anti-eco, it's pretty good. I mean,
just imagine the frustration walking out and you just hear 2 outlaws popping off.
yeah.
You're just like, I'm done.
I mean,
I
it could
quit.
be worse. It could be a Marshall.
That's true.
Is now Peanut Butter kind of running for her life as the fast execute yet again comes through.
Savani with the double smoke, like, please don't see me. Ms. Icy getting killed, getting traded by Savani there. Savani putting themselves in a good spot.
Now it's just really going to come down to Peanut Butter yet again. What kind of kills can she
Peanut butter on
find?
the peanut butter on alert. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Swipey got a kill with the outlaw. Peanut butter gets put down by Savani.
And now Outlaw in
2
the
kills.
hands of Maryland.
Spike planted.
Oh no.
Just gets super awkward with this retake too. Savani to find 3 on the round.
Savani is popping off.
Spectre in hand.
Oh come on, we
And
get
an Outlaw for Thripey. Gonna find a kill as well.
Oh, awkward spot for Thwipey.
The Outlaws. Maybe not quite
play,
the
maybe?
gun that you want to use. See, the thing is though, when you have the Outlaw, having 2 is normally troll, in my humble opinion. But especially when you're the solo sight anchor with a gun like an Outlaw on an anti-eco, I would have almost liked to see her pick up the Marshall. You know, you have 5 bullets, you can shoot faster.
Yeah.
If you're going to take the sniper in general.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, the Spectre is going to be a lot more, what's the word? Consistent? A lot of info found for NMSU again, and Maryland does not want to slow down at all. Wants to take
didn't
this
check the
map
corner right
space
there.
fast.
Missed
Is
missed
toxic.
Savani.
Finds the first kill, and Maryland's
Oh,
gonna
peanut butter
wow.
taking out Julie. The patented
And
classic
lives.
coming through. Oh,
A
almost.
run and gun, yeah, sure, why not?
Let's just push hard.
Yeah, 4v2 now
All right, here we go.
for Maryland on the
Watch this
attacker
dragon
side.
breathe some fire here. Nice. Good little burst. Good trigger control. Toxic here trying to catch Thwipey. Oh, the alarm. Oh, Kill V, they're vulnerable. Toxic
Wow.
taking out Thwipey.
That pre-fire goes crazy.
Yeah. Caught them while they were still vulnerable, so it's a good shot. Well timed. Dexter Lean getting put down by Savani. Savani being actually pretty dominating.
Yeah, was the KO player last map, and now going over onto that Jett. Maybe even the preferred role. 8-1 now. 4 found on the anti-eco, 3 in that last round. So Phantom picked up, and mostly full guns for both of these teams. A Spectre for Trace on the side of Maryland, and for NMSU, Peanut Butter is going to be coming in with the Guardian. Maybe going to see a bit of a spam through B main, but not quite looking. Actually, yeah, ready to try and spam this as the dart comes in. And the spam finds 100
Wow.
damage.
Those are some good, well-placed shots.
Yeah.
She said, I'm going to take another crack at it. Does
Why
it
not?
again. Okay, they're kind of stuck right there. Haven't really made a decision on where to move out. They're just playing really cautiously here. Feel like we almost have to win.
Choice finally to be made as smoke comes in for Cat and the drone up through mid, and oh wow, I didn't even notice this lurk. And this timing's so weird. Wipey gonna be found, but no! Savani does find a whiff. No kills found.
That was
Mizaisi
disgusting.
does find Trace.
Almost seemed a little eager to get that kill, rushed it, and then completely whiffed all of the shots.
Yeah,
Dang. Okay.
Peanut
Flawless
Butter.
round. Peanut Butter is meant business on this map, and nothing but business.
yeah, and that's 2-2. Now tied. NMSU finding that last round. And I mean, kind of off the back of that big whiff from Savani.
Yeah.
Wipey gonna get the best of her that time. 2 kills found on the lurk, and I don't even remember. Normally I see the lurks or the push throughs on the map, but I didn't even notice Wipey making her way up through A main and, you know, finally just arriving at top mid.
Yeah. It was a silly, goofy whiff, but I mean,
It
happens.
happens. Yeah, it happens.
it is what it is. Okay, let's see. Any spam throws this time? That would have been really funny if she started shooting right as I asked.
Yeah, no
Oh,
guardian.
dang.
Nice
That
double
double
swing.
peek out. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Very
Wipey
well
stood
played.
0 chance. That
Ready to
dragon is
try
so
and-
cool, dude.
This where it could get a little dicey. This big rotate starting to come out for NMSU over towards A. The orbs picked up and the Jett. Savani making her way back towards B main. 3 players gonna be ready to execute onto this B site, and just the Killjoy in Peanut Butter over towards this B site. The only player to be able to put up a fight as these players come out onto site. Smokes finally come through, and Turret will activate the dash out onto lever to the door to close. Bit of a double satchel and a nice flash. Is gonna get a full blind, but no kills to be found
30
from the
seconds
full
left.
blind as 4 players arrive onto site.
That was a majestic satchel in by
It
Joel.
It was
Lilly.
definitely majestic.
Got caught by a flash at the end, but I mean, still, it was
All good?
Let's clip it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dexter Lean getting some info in there. Does not get a bolt out. Although they do know where Savani's. Hopefully they figure out where Savani's at in this corner with those bullets just flying through.
Yeah, I might have an inkling.
Let's see if anyone's going to take the corner.
Uh-oh.
No one took the corner.
Only
got
one
a kill
found
from
though, fortunately, but
A little bit of damage dealt to everybody else, though. That didn't get
Yeah.
attention.
Playboy Mads is gonna find another kill. Peanut Butter on,
Okay.
but Gojo
Peanut butter
on
standing
that
business.
flank does find another kill, and
Come on,
now just Peanut Butter is trying to protect her teammate, but Gojo to find the kill.
Peanut Butter standing on business here. Does not have enough time to get it off, but kudos anyways.
Yeah, and could have gotten a little dicey with that plant spot not planted for backside, and luckily Gojo gonna have that initiative to run down the stairs, get the player off of the defuse, and overall make it so that tragedy does not occur for Maryland, as that ninja defuse can be oh so deflating.
Savani and Peanut Butter taking the lead for NMSU and Maryland. Doing a great
Yes,
job.
indeed. And Now it looks like and try and put Wipey to the test is Doolittle already out ahead of this one-way smoke, and
Wow.
Wipey not quite ready for it, and now,
That dash back nearly saving them, but just not moving fast enough.
yeah, and
Savani's in.
Maryland's gonna take advantage of that slip up as
Gojo
Gojo,
taking out peanut butter.
yeah,
No.
on that lurk around, and now
Spike
might come
planted.
down to Lean to try and get the skill, but no, Gojo finds yet another kill.
They know where Playboy Mads is at. Ms. Icy, let's see.
Last player standing.
Oh, yeah, no,
Getting
they
the
found
spam
Playboy
through,
Mads.
yeah.
Wall banging them to the floor. Ms. Icy, it's a little dicey. Let's see what she's able to pull off here. Gojo and Trace, the nearest to her. Nothing. Nobody's going to make a push for it. They're just going to hold their ground here, waiting for her to make a slip up.
Yeah, and all these guns going to be saved into the next round. It's hard to imagine that the eco will be looking bad in the slightest for Maryland in the next couple of rounds, as Ms. Icy is forced to just save in this 1v5.
Ooh,
But Gojo
ooh, ooh.
maybe
Oh,
not going to find that kill,
I'm
though.
sorry, Gojo. That was disgusting. Ms. Icy saving her team from a flawless.
Yeah.
It got real quiet on that team. No one made a move. They were all just like,
They were ready. They were ready to face any aggression.
mm.
Of course, Ms. Icy was over by the defender spawn, so wasn't really able to get too much space and get over to take a fight for Maryland, but nonetheless, as this next round starts to come in, and a nice teleport might see the same kind of double swing, not quite the same, but the Blade Storm is found. Only one player
Just
on site.
the taps going through the do, almost on a beat.
Yeah.
Wipey over here in a nice little silly goofy corner.
And
But
I
that's
don't
not
know
the Blade
how.
Storm. What the heck?
Oh no.
Peanut butter. This is what happens when peanut butter gets off the classic.
See, but it's super weird because that turret is set up for B main, and I'm not sure how she was even able to move up towards that position. Unfortunately, is gonna be whiffing that fight, and now it's 4v2, and NMSU might have an idea that long side is just gonna be open. Is that timing could have been worse for
yeah.
Lean, but
Dexter, Lean, and Jewel almost had a meeting. Oh, Toxin took out Wipey. Oh, Jewel Lily taking out Ms. Icy. Well, this is going quite well for NMSU.
Spike planted. Last player
and
standing.
even Toxic finding her counterpart and Playboy Mads.
We have like 4 ults ready for Maryland. I think they're ready to cook. Somebody get them in the kitchen.
Yeah, and it looks like,
Dexter Lean making a 1v5 stand here. Let's go.
yeah, only Vandal to her name, and just seeing if they can get any kills at all.
At this moment, you ask yourself, is it worth it? And then you think, what if I hit a clip, though?
That's sure. Like, what if you 1v5? That'd be
What
sick,
if I hit
huh?
a clip, though, you know? I have enough Rockstar flowing through my veins. I could hit the most insane clip ever.
That is true. Just on that energy,
Yep.
feeling hyped up.
You're going to rock some stars, I'm just saying. You got to be able to
I
get in there.
evaluated their strategy. It's a joke.
That's going to be 5-2 there. That's 3 in a row for Maryland. It's been broken up by NMSU a couple times, but they're going to call a timeout because they're realizing it's just not going well for them right now.
Yeah,
They've
and-
been shut down early on really fast, and it's almost worse to be like shut down early and just have that one player standing and realizing like, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
More than just like going a full team rush and everybody losing during trades. Like it's just like so dominantly being told like, good luck, you can't do nothing. Try.
Yeah, you got 5 players. You just have to pray they all whiff on you and
Exactly.
see what happens.
It's just praying and it jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a good timeout call. NMSU, the last time they called a timeout, they were able to switch things up really well. So hopefully they can do that this time. I think the one thing I'm seeing NMSU not do super well is they're not holding their areas together. They're all really split up and spread apart. And I think Maryland's kind of psyching them out in that way because Maryland's drawing them to do that, but they go in force in one spot. And then NMSU is just too spread out to go crash back into that area.
Yeah, and to add on to that, you know, when the I hear the casters like in tier 1s use this term all the time, the sort of death ball that the attackers can just do super efficiently just because of how they're, you know, bound to either one site. And, you know, when you find these players just completely alone throughout the map, if you find one and you send 3 players their way, it's going to be really difficult for them to try and honestly just kill both. And at the end of the day, if the attackers can find even one more player down, or just make it a 4v4, it even is much more in the attacker's favor, just because obviously for defense you have so many more areas you have to cover, as there is a little bit of help.
I think, was it Ms. Icy there, got seen a little bit, probably asked for some more cover. That Omen smoke goes out, but might be in the same spot, being able to hold that door and entry.
Yeah, and it just kind of looks like Maryland wants to slow it down and wait, lockdown maybe even to trying to lay a B hit possibly? Yeah, maybe even NMSU trying to force Maryland to go back towards A is does get a little odd as there is no stack, but nice kill from Dwightby. And Dash actually caught on something, I'm not quite sure, but Dwightby finds another through the smoke, and that Jett smoke isn't going to find any more kills there. Is now 3v3.
Though.
Yeah. Gojo, one bullet.
Get it.
Finds the
That
kill.
was crazy. Is that a
And
right
finds another gun. And now just not very much that can go for Maryland. As Trace finds a third.
Wow.
Is Icy though.
Wow.
It finds 2, and now a 1v1.
She is hot right now. Let's see.
Not
They're
a lot
slowing
of
her
time.
down. She's busting down that door like the Terminator looking for John.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Let's go.
not very much time. That dog not going to be put to good use, is just trying to run out onto site and find a kill randomly, but no.
Toxic
We'll
getting out of
lose.
there, but not in time. Both of them going down.
Yeah, and that's a gun that will not be saved into the next round. For NMSU is another lighter buy will have to come through. Maybe actually a force instead. As
That's 4 successful bomb detonation, or 3 successful bomb detonations in a row by Maryland.
yeah, light buy now for
Okay, so I see an
NMSU.
Ares, a Marshall, and a Guardian for NMSU.
yeah, that's pretty standard for Ascent.
Yeah. I'm
The spam through is about to come through.
honestly, yeah. I was waiting for that.
Deploying drone.
Kind of, I think taking a little long to do that spam through, to be honest. There it is.
As it comes through, turret does go down, and now
You should run.
Scanning ahead.
pretty obvious where Maryland is hoping to go, as that ultimate ability does start.
Savani's Blade Storm is actually ready here. We'll see if she uses it.
Found them. Found one down.
No,
Actually, looks like Peanut Butter was able to hide in the corner and finds the kill
Savani
for
might
it.
Okay,
Now just
Savani
having
realizes
to-
where Peanut Butter is.
Oh my gosh! Nice shot. Not gonna find the second, but 2 are found, and it's now
Spike planted.
oh,
Last
the
player
body
Almost
shot.
a quick flick.
Found them.
Now just lean alone, trying to make something happen with the Ares. 62 health to her name. It's a dart and
Come on, Dex Arlene.
bam through might work, but no, the up down too good. Gojo with the 4th on the round. It's the 9th round goes to Maryland, 7-2 scoreline. And Maryland seems to be trying to make a statement here that last map, it's not their map, just wanting to get to a sense, show what they're made of. As Lean having a little bit of a tough go around this time. This map, 0-7. So we look to try and see what difference she can make going into this next round. Round number 10 is Dwightby gonna have
Blocking
a
sight.
Vandal, and it looks like another fast execute for Maryland as smoke does come through into Dastru.
No,
But
Dwightby
Dwightby is nice spam,
A.
but Julie, Oh, and Ms. Icy
Sky's out.
finds another
The
kill.
trades are going back and forth right now. Gotta love it. See
Yeah,
it.
and
Oh,
but
no,
now
I
it's
thought
when
the
it
nade
gets-
was going into heaven. I was like, that'd be a fantastic nade.
it's going to be really difficult, though, for NMSU to try and pull this round out. That Raze ultimate finally online for Maryland.
Mhm.
And at a sign for trouble and all, that gets popped, and that's not necessarily a
Oh,
short
they're
kill,
all
but
grouped
man,
up
it
right
feels
now,
like a
too.
short kill.
Julie, yep, there it is. Ooh, caught one.
The trade
That's
does
good
come
trade.
through, though.
Player
And
standing.
Peanut Butter as well, and now a 2v1 found in the position of the last.
Peanut butter gonna clutch
Gojo
up.
is shown. And
Oh,
Lean
nice.
does find that impact we were hoping for, finds the last kill, protects her teammate. The defuse to make it 3-7.
That's cool, bro. Finally catching back up onto the leaderboard here. Showing up. NMSU is trying to put in a little bit of work to hopefully gather a little momentum confidence-wise going into the next round.
Yeah, absolutely. And these last two rounds kind
Yo,
of
was that a
hoping-
full buy?
Oh yeah, that's a full buy.
I don't think we've seen a full buy from both teams in a while.
Yeah, in the same round, it does feel
Yeah.
like it has been not that. And kind of hoping to honestly see what NMSU is doing right now, trying to fight for that A main space. A little bit hard, the running gun,
Okay, Thwipey's running gun game is being
very strong.
astounding. It's astounding to me. I'll say that.
That works.
Yeah.
That's a good word for it, I think. That orb picked up by Maryland. Omen ult now online.
We have 3 ults ready for Maryland. Omen, Jett.
So
We have Sova and Omen over on NMSU.
now it looks like NMSU is starting to get a little more comfortable here on Ascent. Finally realizing maybe needs to play.
What are those Fortnite-looking graphics on that gun? Whoa. Oh,
Fortnite moment. A nice shot
Why
from
be
Thwipey
catching
and
two?
the second. Nomenblind is going to slow her down a little bit, but the crossfire is too strong.
Toxic getting caught up a little bit there.
So that spam through.
Mhm.
It's going to make it really difficult for Maryland to get out on the site. Gojo, though, does find Thwipey on the run out through
Gojo.
trade, but Ms. Icy on the trade, and
30
Savani
seconds left.
trade it back. Is 3v2 now.
2 ults ready. I mean, well, actually 4 ults total.
Yeah, and the bomb
It's down.
flank to come through is both players.
Both go to hell.
Take flight.
Let's see.
Yeah, and this drone could just give away all of the info as it gets lowered down. We'll definitely see that Omen.
Peanut butter
Now-
coming through. Let's see here.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, peanut butter got caught, but
Last
extra lean.
player standing.
Maybe
Gets
even
caught.
finding more. Now the second.
Let's see. Savani's like, come on.
Oh, but that Omen blind is going to be really hard. A nice tap as well as the half does come through. The run up does come through. The right click
Oh.
misses, and Playboy Mads wins yet another clutch in the series. 4-7 is now NMSU finding some momentum, picking up
Last round before the
where they
switch.
left off on Bind.
That full Blade Storm throw is kind of the only option there because, I mean, they would have had to do a head tap in order to get a kill because they would
Yeah.
not have had enough time to get off enough shots to the body with the blades.
Yeah, and honestly, I like the idea from Playboy Mads as well with using that blind, not necessarily trying to take the fight
Mhm.
onto Savani, but
Mhm.
instead just getting on the bomb, getting it halved when she knows for a fact that Savani can't just be walking up on her,
Mhm.
and just overall making it super difficult to lose that fight. It's Peanut Butter trying to get aggressive here.
Ah, good nade,
Nice
good nade.
Nova ult. He's gonna find a lot of damage.
Whew.
No kills those. That's the entry. The Jett, Savani. Brought down pretty weak.
Mhm, mhm.
And Toxic found her way up through mid. Mizaisi is gonna find the kill onto Savani, and Playboy
Playboy
Mads,
Shutting that down early.
as well as Peanut Butter finding her
Oh
own
my
kill.
gosh.
It's now a 5v2, falls into the laps of NMSU, and looking primed up to find the 5-7 half. Thwipey, even on the flank,
Oh,
and
nice.
find the first, finding the
finds
second.
another one.
That default Phantom skin goes crazy.
Switching sides.
It's a 5-7 scoreline.
It's pretty close.
It is definitely better than a lot closer than the last map.
That's true.
For sure.
I don't know. Both teams are very, very attacker heavy. From what we've seen, they're a lot more comfortable doing attack than defense. So
That is definitely true.
let's see how this changes things up, if it changes anything up at all. But I'm thinking NMSU might actually do a pretty good job here on the attacker side comparatively to their defense side.
I have to agree with you on that. Just
Oh, Yoru's sleepy.
Oru sleepy.
It was the spray.
Oh. Makes so much more sense. I'm like,
He said, "What are you on, dude?" He said,
Serious.
"You have not." He said, "Clearly not enough sleep."
yeah. Just get a Rockstar in you. Get some caffeine.
Oh, I got a whole Rockstar in here now. Just down that whole thing. I don't know about you, but I do like the sugar-free, just original ones. Ooh.
And a nice entry from White Beam. Savani.
Oh,
The right click
Savani
does
doing a
come
great
through,
job
and
here.
now just fully alone on site. Gonna have to do a lot more on her own as all three players.
Oh,
No
those
more
long
kills
shots
found.
coming through.
Toxic though. Does find the kill, and now a 3v2 as the door goes down and the
That was-
Maryland players flood out.
Oh,
Spam?
got another one.
Ooh.
That was scary.
That was definitely scary.
That was quite the peekaboo moment for that door to break. It's just all three of them there, just like, uh-oh.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Maryland in a good spot right now. They got the superior guns and they're on defense, so hopefully they're able to counter NMSU.
Yeah, and
effectively.
I do like NMSU's idea though, just trying to get super aggressive through a main. See what is given and try and flip the momentum while they still can going into this round. But now, I mean, if you find the second round, it could get quite ugly for Maryland. It's all five players essentially for NMSU going to be starting here over towards Tiles, right outside B main, and now they'll walk up through mid.
Nice
Kids.
Toxic's reading pretty well. Oh, Toxic's in focus.
No charges left.
Dash ready to be activated, but the dash into a crossfire will be no good as Trace and Toxic, a nice
And
crossfire,
Julie.
and a nice flank as
Oh
well.
my gosh, Maryland is just having NMSU's number right now.
Yeah, and now is Icy trying to pull off the impossible. The Jiggle finally sees her, and now Maryland will converge onto her
You got a
location.
flank coming out. There you go. And it
Oh,
comes through.
thought she might be able to get that kill, but
Yeah, me too. It was close. It was
Unfortunate.
actually close. Got a couple of good shots off.
yeah, that's definitely an armor diff for sure.
Oh, the Grim Reaper's back.
Oh,
The
boy.
operator for Savani. This doesn't seem fair anymore. Just
And I mean, Savani,
the full buy is gonna come through for NMSU, but just it's like I'm gonna play around now and pulls out. an operator.
yeah,
Here.
it definitely does get difficult. when you-
Imagine the lurk coming from the operator.
Yeah,
It just rounds a corner behind your back. Kind of punch a hole through you.
yeah.
Cool. Shut that down. Nice. Good job.
Turquoise does get destroyed, and now
See how
Maryland,
quick these entries. Ooh, Savani's in the mid there, where the tree's at.
it isn't. They are indeed, and now, I mean, Lily just
Oh, I see what they're reading.
finally gets found out, but just had so much space through B main that Maryland has to assume that a majority of players for NMSU are in A main as the drone does finally come through, as well as smoke, and the dash out does commence. So that final smoke for NMSU does come through, and the spam through does not connect onto any bodies.
I see what you
White
did
B. Alright.
there. Dwight here, able to get the door down. Let's see. Dwight B's been, we've talked about, been spamming through now. He's great. I'm going to shut up now.
A nice couple of kills, but
Yeah.
this operator,
Oh,
unnoted for NMSU, could get a little scary, but that smoke doesn't matter. The top shot does now get found.
Oh.
A spam kill, but it doesn't matter. That's the only kill to be found for Maryland on the retake. As 4 alive for NMSU, the op will be saved into next round, but oh, I thought Peanut Butter might even go into spawn.
They said, nope, we're taking that back. Thank you.
Yeah, it's just gonna not be possible to find this operator. There's no one
That's why they said I
in the
dare you.
spot to try and take the fast
Here we go. Back
route.
up on the board. NMSU. Okay.
Yeah, and just a shot for fear. Why not?
I mean, it is such like a throaty gunshot noise from that.
It is. It definitely is, and an interesting timeout as well for NMSU is maybe trying to get a bit of a momentum stopper for Maryland after that round. Maybe even just trying to talk about how they want to take on this op now, knowing that there is an operator on the side of Maryland so early into this half.
Yeah, the operator shoving fear into its enemies. That's all it was there for. That was the strat the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. NMSU's being able to take that round. They got to. They got to maintain this lead. They're gonna need to be able to keep this going. But I think what they're really aware of right now is just how close Maryland is to winning.
Right.
They only need 4 rounds, so they can't really afford too many slip-ups because then they're just Maryland's gonna be at match point.
Right.
So if Maryland is able to keep the lead they've been having, then it gets them really close. And then if NMSU slips up at any point, then it's just game over. And I
Right.
think that's kind of what they're talking about, like you said.
Yeah.
Just, they just got to play tight and then make sure that they don't let anything go through.
Right. And I mean, I think a lot of it, now after finding out that the operator is probably going to be so prevalent in the Maryland Ascent defense setups, it's going to just come down to what kind of value Savani can find with it, as all 5 players for NMSU not anywhere near that operator's.
Yeah, interesting.
like-
It looks like Savani was trying to shift that read because they were in the middle last time with it from the tree seeding into there, and now they're trying to cover A as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that Omen Blind used quite early, and a lot of space being taken by Julie, just walking
full
up.
rotate.
As Peanut Butter does find that push up, and now NMSU is going to have a really difficult time trying to get any extra spaces.
Yeah.
Feels like they are just enclosed.
And we see that rotate coming through. We're going to see the Maryland Jett pull up there. Savani is going to be watching from heaven. We see the Rays. She was in the tree, where the tree is, and then pulled back now into the corner, just watching that door and the opening from A-Long.
Yeah, now it gets a little difficult for Maryland to try and hold. No more Omen Smokes here, no more KJ Util as the door goes down. And smokes finally are used up as Lean gets the first blood, and Lean gets a second as well, as now
Toxic was actually able to steal a kill there with Playboy Mads.
Spike
Yeah.
planted.
the gun trade comes through, trying to get that entry, the rifle, make that dash through a little bit easier as it does pop up, and
I wonder.
is Icy is gonna find yet another kill.
Last player
Not
standing.
and a second, actually. Peanut Butter to end out the round, and
It's
NMSU.
peanut butter jelly time. Sorry.
Oh, you are so cringy, it hurts.
Peanut Butter's doing a great job, okay?
Hey,
One of my
I don't
favorites
deny
as well.
that. I don't deny that. I'm just saying you specifically.
Okay,
You specifically.
I'll take it. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Might be
you.
stealing that off there, so Savani retaliates by
first
buying
step-
an outlaw.
The first step is acceptance.
Yeah, you're right.
Great job.
Speaking of acceptance, looks like NMSU is going to have to accept some bullets from this judge because that got brought out.
Oh boy.
Oh,
so
you know,
so many random cheesy guns. Also, an
nothing
outlaw,
says-
judge, an operator. Oh my goodness.
nothing quite says, all right, I'm a little ticked off by whipping out the judge like that
You're
when you
not
can
wrong.
afford another gun.
But I mean, NMSU is just gonna kind of just fully avoid it, unless the plan is to try and split and have the Sky
Ooh,
go
might be
late.
sad.
It was the same idea that they did for the second round eco, but you know, if that does come to fruition, it will get difficult. Lean to find the first blood yet again on this round, and still the judge alone, and Julie
Nice
is
shutdown
gonna
to
find
off.
another kill, and now the walk up onto the judge might get disastrous, and the judge does find value as 1 HP now, no more bullets in the classic, not a lot in the judge as well. The molly to push out the player, but Trace finds another kill with the classic. Never should get that second, but
One enemy.
overall does. Savani as well gonna find a kill, and now just a 3v1 in
Looking real bad from NMSU.
it is indeed, and Now just Playboy Mad, seeing
don't
what
think
she
they
can
know
come up
Gojo's
with,
there.
but I don't think she expects Gojo here. Actually, does
Oh,
go up and
did
expect
actually.
her
Never
and
mind.
finds the kill. Not much damage. It's now Playboy Mad's in a 2v1, not gonna hear the footsteps on her left. As around the Thrifty comes in for Maryland, and a round I thought would never have been a Thrifty.
No. They got the op back.
Yeah, they did.
I think that's funny. They're just fighting over that. Doing a great job here. They both got full buys. They're looking comfortable, so it's going to be... I'm hoping this is actually kind of an electric matchup right here.
Yeah,
Because they've been kind of tentative, which, I mean, is fair. But just,
right.
I think right now it'd be nice to see a little head button going on. Let's see. Where is the op?
Over towards B main.
Yeah. Interesting.
Bomb
Holding it at such a close range, though?
Yeah, and just trying to get that little off angle
Okay, there it is.
idea now.
Yeah, I was going to say, they were a little close there.
It gets really difficult though for NMSU. It's really
Revealing
big
area.
stack. You know, you have the Killjoy, you have to worry about all that utility on the A site. But if you start to go back towards B main, chances are you're going to go quiet and slow.
Mhm.
You're just going to walk right back into that operator. It's going to be really difficult. That dash used in through mid as Swipey is going to
Oh,
take
wow. The
a
great
aggressive
headshot by
peeks, but
Toxic.
yeah, Toxic.
Another one?
Second.
Down
Just
mid.
wants to
Toxic
try and
still.
find a way, but
Oh,
it is going to be Peanut Butter to find that
Peanut Butter
trade
got
finally.
traded.
But yeah, it gets traded out.
Savani's
right
still
away.
holding
Now-
that off angle.
Just Lily. Onto Cat. The
Oh,
whiff
this-
does come through. Lean to find another. And now the mad dash to aid will start.
The whiff comes through. It's crazy. Really?
30
Not
seconds
putting down the
left.
turret. Okay.
The util does get used. Does some gets broken.
So if I hear you take damage one more time, listen.
Last player standing.
Gojo does find the kill on site. Just has to play her life. Finds the second as well as Maryland will take the 11th round.
Yeah, it is looking. Maryland has this in the bag. The op from heaven. Literally.
Yeah, just the momentum. A little too much for NMSU to handle that operator. And I mean, a lot of really nice defensive setups, if I might add, for Maryland. Using that operator to the fullest extent, making
NMSU
sure
might
that,
have a big play here. I just realized they have 5 ults ready. All
Yeah,
5 of them.
Let's fly.
They
that
can
Killjoy
play this
ult,
well.
yeah, Sova ult, Sky ult could be very big as if that Omen line comes through,
Oh,
but
nice.
too late.
Savani nailing that.
Lean gets a little too careless. And now still gonna have to possibly commit the ults to try and take this round, but I mean the space that Maryland's taken so far feels like NMSU is just stuck yet again.
I would have cried if somebody got hit by a random op wallbang. Throw goes down. Oh, that
Oh,
would
Trace,
probably would
wow.
have hit Swipey if Trace didn't take that first.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're chasing down NMSU right now. They're being hunted. That's 4 ults ready for Maryland right now.
And it looks like
Blinded.
Decks are actually really low.
Here.
1 shot.
Oh,
oh Lily
Put down peanut butter.
comes out on top. Another op kill.
Strike down mid.
Now just comes down to Ms. Icy, seeing what she can get done, but nothing will be found. The flawless to come through is a not match point, map point.
Match
Yeah.
point.
That's why I thought it was match point. 'Cause it just yells match point.
You're like, no, map. Match. Dang
Map.
it. You knew what he meant.
Yes. Now
Alright,
that
this-
operator.
Oh, this is going to be tough. The only thing we don't have is the Killjoy on Maryland. And NMSU is going to have to put up something big here, at least using some of those ults, because if they don't win this, it's all over. If they don't put even, like, yeah, I'm thinking they go 100% on this one.
Yeah, and it's going to be that same setup for B main. The blind does come through before
Savani
players
did the
swing,
exact
and
same
there
thing as
comes
they did
the
last time.
Killjoy ults. Yeah, but that so ult is going to be used to counter. But wait, actually doesn't break the ultimate.
Interesting.
And now one player detained backside, and Trace
Ooh,
actually kind of gets saved, but no, Lean does eventually find the kills, and is Icy not quite looking in the right spot. 3v2 now
NMSU got the numbers.
for
game right
NMSU.
now.
Yeah, Peanut Butter to find the kill, and now 1v3 for Maryland.
Gojo's the only one left. If anyone can do it, it's Gojo.
Nowhere to run.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So, oh, wow. The Sova coming through. Oh, running right into it.
The Sova ult does come through, but I mean, I'd even say that's kind of a waste of a Sova ult. You know, you have a 3v1,
Yeah.
especially when you're trying to make such a big comeback. I feel like if it's not necessarily needed in the round, then you shouldn't try.
Like,
you shouldn't use it. But
I get it. Guarantees them the win, and then, but yeah,
Here.
it's too much momentum shifter to be using
Yeah.
like that.
It does come down to, it's like, you know, she was also using it as like a blind ult in a 1v3. It's, you know, it's kind of.
She initiated it before that Gojo took the shot. If Gojo hadn't taken the shot, they wouldn't have hit her at all.
Yeah, and
It-
now just walking
Ooh.
out into the operator yet again. 2 initiators, but
Savani said that's what you get for using your ult last second.
yeah, seriously. And now that info found, the operator is towards A. Makes it so much more difficult for NMSU, as that's where they originally intended to go. Now trying to take that space back. Savani hearing the noise. Now that Skydog, it's gonna get broken.
Cutting off the info with smoke. Really well played there.
I've got your trail.
The
I mean-
Sky ult.
And all Maryland's really gotta do is just wait till like hold this for a while and then put down the KJ ult, and then what's the NMSU gonna do? What are they gonna do about it?
It's true, is now all of NMSU over towards top mid. That Omen blind could get dangerous.
Dude, that Raze ult, if she realizes they're all stacked right there.
And Toxic. And a nice blind too. It finds a lot.
Oh,
Lily
nice.
to support.
Down mid.
It's now a 5v2.
30 seconds left.
Please, I need a Raze ult, Jewel Lily. Please.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
The
Savani
operator
finding
kill
another
yet
off kill.
again. No Molly to be
No.
found. Peanut Butter finds the first, finds the
Finds another,
second as
dang.
well.
It's a 3v1. It's fine.
30 health, but 14 seconds left to get this bomb plant.
Hear me
And I
out.
don't know
Put
if
the
she can
KJ
even
down.
get.
10 seconds
Yeah, she
left.
can't even get to a site, as time will tick down. The match, the map will end. That's going to be Maryland taking 13-8
Defenders
scoreline on that second map of Ascent. Series tied now 1-1. Bind going in the favor of NMSU. That second map, like we just saw, going in favor of Maryland. Is now, we will be going to another short break. When we come back, it will be split for the map 3 decider. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. We are back with map number 3 of Split. It is that decider to come through. Is now Maryland taking a 1-1 tie overall after that Ascent map. And now it's going to be the final deciding map, 1-1 of Split.
Yeah. It was interesting to see map 2 go the way it did because I don't know. We thought NMSU was going to take that.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But the Maryland coming out dominantly, they were like, oh, okay, they got this.
Yeah, especially with that defensive side for Maryland.
Yeah.
Just finding the operator really in round 3 didn't really help them win that round, but after the rounds after helped them to find those and find the map win to try and force this map 3.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be an exciting one, I think.
Yeah. Savani was key in using the operator in the last round and finding 3 bodies, I think. But yeah, it should be exciting to see. It's kind of difficult to kind of like judge what's going to happen because a lack of consistency. It's like, okay, NMSU was really strong on attack, and then they weren't. And then it was like, okay, Maryland was pretty strong on attack, and then they were like, okay, and then just like popped off on defense. So it's like, okay. So what I'm hearing is if we get this on Split, it can go either way. So
It's true. That
like
is true.
it's like if one was like clearly attack heavy and one was clearly defense heavy, we could like guess what's going to happen and see how it plays out. But neither one of them is clearly either. So it's just we'll find out.
Yeah, well, it's also like the funny thing that like Ascent historically is just a defender-sided map, but obviously when we looked at how Maryland played the offense, they won 7-5, and then obviously on the defensive side, they also found the round wins to try and to close that map out. So maybe not always following the script per se of how these maps normally go, but nonetheless, we love it. We're here for map 3, and I'm ready to see another really good game.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see how this goes. The team comps last time weren't super different, and I don't really think it's weird because we didn't see like a whole lot of oomph from any of their agent choices. I mean, the Sova one was probably the biggest play we saw coming from choosing an agent, but we didn't see anything super heavy. I think, early on we saw, I think we had a Maryland Rays ult that got somebody in heaven, but that was about it. Nothing super big, whereas opposed to the first game where, it was clearly like, oh, we had Brimstone in there ulting 3 times in the same map.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was like good pick, obviously, because it put in the work. But in these ones, it was just kind of like, they were playing Valorant, and it was just a gun game.
Yeah, it's crazy. Project A will be primarily focused on gunplay. You will not need to rely on utility to get kills.
Yeah. No, it was fun to watch. There's a couple times where both teams were just picking odd angles to fight each other on, or they were pushing too aggressively with the wrong gun, or something like that. It was just interesting to watch. The other thing is to just Peanut Butter popped out to me. Obviously, I know I was talking her up, but Peanut Butter and finding just kills out of nowhere. Really strongly showing up with a classic coming in. Kind of not getting clutch, but clutching up for their team, just kind of keeping that footing there while it seemingly everyone else was falling around her. So I think that's something good to point out. She did a great job there. But Savani really well played. I think definitely the better Jett user between the two on that map.
Yeah.
We saw was it through? I can't. It was. Thwipey, there we go. I almost said thrifty, and I'm like, that's not right. That's the Val term. And I was like, no, Thwipey was also a Jett, but Savani definitely the more dominant one there, playing that duelist role, more comfortable. It seemed that Thwipey just didn't have the trigger control, or the control period, because they were moving the entire time while doing a spray down with a Vandal, and it's like, you don't do that. I'm like, you don't do that normally.
Tactical shooter? Nah. All
All
good.
good. But the other thing is that Thwipey just was in the wrong spots, I think, more often than not. Savani would pick spots, stay there, and play them pretty well. There was some times where, like, Savani rushed forward with an op, didn't get caught, but still did it. I was still wondering why. But Thwipey, on the other hand, was sitting up in weird spots, leaving herself really vulnerable, and then would dash into a wall.
Yeah, there were a lot
more often than not.
There were a lot of mustaches. That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
when you're trying to get that momentum back in the map overall. And I think looking forward into split, I think it might be another like really aggressive play for both teams. Obviously for Maryland on Bind they were running the double duelists, on Ascent they ran the double duelists when normally that's not the normal thing. So I would imagine
They're
when
gonna
you
do it
come to
again.
a map like Split exactly that likes the double duelist a lot, they're gonna be ending up picking it, and I think they're gonna look pretty strong.
Yeah, I would agree. I think they're gonna go the double duelist, but it's working really well for them. Like it's obviously something they're comfortable with, so they're doing it and putting in that work. But they also seem more confident in their duelists.
Right.
Like we were pointing out, Dwight's duelist choice didn't seem super like well versed in it comparatively. But even on the previous map, their duelist didn't seem as confident as compared to Maryland's. And I think it's just that just kind of shows to go just shows a little bit of their comfortability and then also
Right.
their play style.
Yeah, and just trying to see how that aggressive nature tries to take over and split, and just kind of drive their way to try and take map number 3. Overall, there are a lot of aggressive plays that you can make with the double duelist on split. One that comes off to my mind instantly is when you have like that sky jet raise
Yeah.
going up to a ramp. You can just use the sky flash, it just goes up, pops. You have the jet dash up, the raise satchel up,
Yeah.
and they can just find the kills as we go into this agent select for
I'm-
map number 3. And
I'm gonna be really surprised if we don't see a Viper, to be honest with you.
I would be too, especially because I feel like she's been extremely popular as of recently. Like even teams that necessarily wouldn't play the Viper, like on Bind, I would say you should run a Viper, but some teams still don't. Even when that's the case on Split, they normally will run the Viper, but
Ooh.
sometimes might not be the case. Toxic being a little toxic, just switching through the random characters that won't get played for the most part.
Shows
most
everybody.
part.
No, I'm interested. If these are the team choices they're going with, aside from Toxic,
Yeah, the
if
mirror.
these are the team comps, this should be interesting.
Probably is going to end up being that mirror. Is Toxic has picked that Omen agent in the previous 2 maps as well. As instead of the Viper, we're going to get a double Killjoy
Interesting.
instead.
Makes me a little sad because I like seeing the Viper plays on Split, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, the Jett is consistently used on Split, so there's no surprise there. Also Sky, but I'm glad to see both of them are smart enough to do the double duelist raise action.
Yeah, absolutely. And looks like the force picks will come through here in a second. And yeah, there
we
they
go.
come. And the mirror comp is confirmed. It is a little bit different, like we were saying, that Killjoy instead of the Viper, but a lot of the same ideas do still come into play. You're going to probably see that Killjoy on attack, try and get some lurking going in. Won't be able to use any smokes like you would for a Viper, but, still going to, at least attempt to gain some space over towards A, maybe even towards B main. Just normal things like that as we go into this map.
Quickly noting that Dex Arlene is taking over for the Jett again instead of having Dwightby do it. It seems like Dex Arlene was the Jett in the first map pick, so it seems they're more comfortable there. Peanut Butter staying on the Killjoy, and Ms. Icy staying on Sky. So, I mean, it's pretty much the same we've been seeing for the agent choices here. For both teams, goes both ways, because Trace was also Sky before, and Gojo was also Killjoy, so it just looks like that's what they're comfortable with. So it should be interesting to see them on this third map fighting for everything with their most comfortable players. So I'm kind of excited for this one.
Yeah, I am too, and it looks like Maryland starting out towards A and even deciding to avoid the Sky Flash does not give anything away. A little bit of noise made in sewer, but I don't think anyone from NMSU is going to be close enough to hear that as the 4-player rush starts to come up. But it's Team Flash, Team Paranoia does come through and makes it a little difficult to try and get out the side. The alarm bot does go through, and Lily finds the first blood, opens up the map for her team. The bomb plant and the post plant to come through. As now NMSU is going to have to try and make their way through screens, through heaven, and fight through to these players on site. A fast headshot from Toxic onto Thwipey from screens. And the dog is also going to come through as Lily finds
Ooh,
her
great
second.
nade.
Savani
One enemy remaining.
find
Ooh.
another. Lily a third on the round, trying to make it a fourth as she runs up through heaven. And
They're gonna catch Vipey here. She's one shot.
yeah,
Yep.
and that's going to be Savani and Lily.
Maryland taking this gun,
Their Jett has
this
nothing on
pistol
me.
round early. I
I got
forget,
her.
is Maryland taking the pistol round on all of them? Not a majority of them, right?
No, they lost the first pistol round. That was
Yeah.
NMS on blind. They won that second one, and then I think NMSU won the first pistol and then lost the second eco.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm remembering this now.
You're a remember.
I'm a rememberer.
Remember.
Remember.
I forgot. I remember. It's the dog to get info. Not quite using the sky flash this time, but it looks like Maryland.
Oh, dang.
Wow, Lily gonna take down her counterpart in Thwipey.
That was disgusting.
It was,
A
and
straight violation.
Maryland making a slow approach towards a Savani gonna find the first and the
Jeez, just
second,
mowing 'em
two
down
on the
there.
round.
I don't even know if Trace got a bullet in there. That was
I don't
crazy.
think so, yeah.
That bulldog is dominant.
Yeah, quickly takes that heaven space as
Savani's
well.
gotta
and
be careful.
Timing a
got
little
another.
awkward. Finds one kill, but
Taking out 3 to an aim, right?
all good.
It's also
Lily to get the trade, and that's 5 for Savani and 5 for Lily.
It is not a good look so far.
Yeah, for
That is-
NMSU, definitely want to see some more kills come out.
Oh, we see
Peanut
Outlaw
butter.
come out.
Buying the Outlaw yet again can be kind of odd. It's kind of odd to me to see that kind of pick when you're
Yeah.
trying to get a full buy going.
Need a
Yeah,
drop.
yeah.
Instead of maybe like a light shield vandal idea, or even, you know, saving enough money to make sure you can get that
Yeah.
rifle and full shield.
See if it pays off for him. I highly doubt it will, but we'll see.
Yeah. Maryland doing the same sort of idea, just trying to use that sky util to get some early info towards a main, but Maryland ready to just try and deny that info, play pretty far back, allow for NMSU to make an aggressive play possibly.
I'm looking at that
Catch them
Gojo
out.
lurk towards B. It's gonna catch that Omen over there. Looks
Yeah,
like
and-
they might have a fight.
Even has her turret for mid, so she's aware that nobody is pushed up through mid. That turret is going to go off. It's now making her way back towards A. Actually making it a mid lurk instead. Trying to find some space as smokes come down. The Outlaw is going to find some damage on the Trace, but the kill is not found quite yet. And the second shot actually hits as well. So 1 HP from on Savani, 1 HP on
Trace.
Maryland Sky, but I mean this lurk from Gojo is just brilliant. It's gonna surely will catch Swipey off priority up. Toxic
They
as
just
well.
realized like, oh shoot, someone's in there. Ms. Icy turning around is like, okay, we're just gonna have to leave it and go after these guys.
Yeah, and
Dangerous call. Because now we have Jewel Lily and Gojo behind them. And they're gonna be flushed out to the wrong spawn side.
now it just gets so difficult for Maryland. Trying to find the kills, but Ms. Icy
enemy
finds
remaining.
one, gets traded out instantly.
Dang.
And Lean, the only one to survive. Gonna save that Vandal into the next round, and that's gonna be a 3-0
It's a Tron looking
start.
Vandal. I love it.
It is a Tron Vandal, what the heck? So nice.
It's sleek, man. I like that.
And the Tron knife.
Yeah.
Wow, I guess we have the Tron like skin line, and then there's the Halo skin line.
Yeah.
It's like that I don't even remember what those aliens are called, but the ones in like Halo 4 where you shoot somebody and the body dissolves or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? That's
yeah,
what
I
the
know
op
it.
looks like. The little you know what skin I'm talking about? It's the one Nate always uses.
Yeah.
Yeah, just looks like a Halo gun. The guy from Fortnite, I should say. But anyways, the A hit comes through. Lily to
good
find
trade.
that first blood and trade Peanut Butter. Even Ms. Icy getting in on the action. Gojo, though, on the other side of the map, does find her lurk kill. And now,
Peanut Butter picking up that Tron Vandal we were talking about.
yeah,
Let's
and
see.
66 health as well.
They're not going to rush her, it looks like. Oh, wait, what just happened?
And a nice help from
Good thing Toxic was there,
yeah.
because Jinx had her back turned completely.
Yeah, it was a back turn, picking up a gun, did not know where kind of anyone was as the Mad dash towards B. Starts up yet again.
Now it's just Playboy Mads and the sky. The sky full of stars. Ms. Icy here.
And there's the info. Now knows one player up towards heaven, but I don't think Playboy Mads, yeah,
nice.
will ever
Toxic
expect
read
that
really
Ingsel.
well. Ms. Icy's just gonna have to make it. Oh my gosh, Toxic didn't turn around at all.
Yeah, now it comes to the more difficult part. Having to break this up, down. Cross finds.
Trying to get some wall bangs in there, pretty good.
Yeah, and almost had a couple of kills, but now just on 1 HP, it's going to be even more difficult trying to break this up, down as Gojo finds that wallbang headshot, making it a 4-0 lead on this map 3 decider.
It's going very well for Maryland so far. Like we said, they were pretty good in attack, but it's looking like for split, this is working really well for them. Let's see, we have a near full buy for NMSU, so let's see if they're able to start some momentum shifting going on.
Yeah, and the thing about these comps too is that they're so offensive heavy that it allows for Maryland to get such a huge lead, knowing that they're going to be on that big disadvantage going into the second half. Being on defense, you know, having that double duelist is pretty disadvantageous unless you're going to play that defensive half super aggressively and just trying to take the space, which a lot of the time is not necessarily what we're seeing from NMSU. Just kind of trying to sit back, see what kills are gifted to them as Maryland creeps their way up towards A, where the Killjoy is set up, and that raise bot is going to alert Gojo alert, but actually as I'm saying that, the execute comes out onto A. It's now 1 HP, Savani. It does find that trade, 4v4 now, and Toxic even to find another kill on Lean up through ramp. That heal is going to come through.
Beautiful work, beautiful work.
Now just the 4v3 post plant, ever so difficult to break as
And we
players
even have
gonna
that
be
Omen
flooding
ult
out.
ready for it, just in case they're
Yeah.
like, nah. They could literally just decide no and go B just because.
That's
Oh,
true.
Dwight
but
here with a lurk on Gojo.
yeah, Gojo not really.
Oh, turned
wasn't
around in time,
expecting,
caught it.
gets the kill. Toxic as well. Now a 2v1 makes it a little bit more winnable for Playboy Mads. As now it's gonna be a little interesting to see how she plays at the time. Not in her favor. Now it's gonna be a tap and a swing, and there's Toxic.
That was beautiful timing. Toxic
Find the
just
kill.
instantly on top of that.
Yeah, and
I don't even think she finished the tap before he got hit.
yeah, it's like the timing just worked out super well. Is now timeout called for NMSU, and I don't think it could have come at a better time. That 5-0, gonna need to try and stop that momentum and just stop Maryland in their tracks as they try and march on to this map win.
Yeah, Maryland looking like they got no obstacles in front of them right now. That was probably NMSU's best stand right there with a full buy, but it did not go their way. They were turning it, like you said, that 2v1 was the best scenario they could have had after the way things went, but they weren't able to pull that off. So now Maryland's going to keep on marching through, and hopefully they get as much as they can done. I mean, the way they're going, it looks like they're going to pretty dominantly take this half of the map on the attacker side.
Yeah, and it kind of makes it interesting how NMSU wants to try and play the rest of this defensive half. I think they're going to have to switch up how they're playing the Killjoy a little bit. Maybe sending the Killjoy over towards the B side, and just make that the weak side. Because it feels like Maryland is just taking advantage of trying to take a lot of this A space, just trying to execute up through A and make it overall a lot more difficult for for Maryland, or for NMSU to try and hold the site. Makes it a lot more difficult for them.
No, I think something that NMSU is going to probably have to do a little better job of doing on defense is being more aggressive, because they wait too long for Maryland to come in. Maryland takes it pretty dominantly, taking up too much ground, like you said. But then as they move in to try and clear them out of the site, there's already a lurk behind them. Or two at one point. There was 2 lurks coming through. So I think if they're more aggressive in meeting them head on early, they might stand a better chance.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. The tech timeout does come to an end as well. Now just slightly light buy for NMSU. A couple of Spectres, Sheriffs, even the Outlaw Peanut Butter yet again. Actually, that Marshall to come out, maybe realizing, you know, that full shield. That's the kind of interesting thing though for ecos. The Marshall and the Outlaw just kind of are the same gun if you're up against a full buy. Because if you have the full shield, it's going to be 2 shots and a kill, and then a headshot's a kill as well for both of the guns. So it just makes it super weird to just try and force the Outlaw instead of the Marshall. So yeah, but NMSU, yeah, it makes that adjustment, that Killjoy over towards the B side, and getting really aggressive with Raze and Sky, trying to take the space, but you know, if they're not careful, might give up a little too much, maybe even a kill. As Savani in mid does find the first blood.
Savani, I think, is probably the most confident player in either of these teams from what I've seen.
Yeah, she is.
Okay to do the rushdowns and take on multiple people at once on her own.
Yeah, it is definitely kind of the Savani shows. Gojo, though,
Nice.
is going to be showing why she should be mentioned, as
Yeah.
finds 2 in a pretty heroic fashion, finding the first and the 1 through the CT, and now, I mean, it's just going to be Savani to try and find these 2. The timing just absolutely perfect. No, but the
Oh,
knife
whipped out a
comes
knife.
out in 2v2 for
I was just
NMSU.
hyping you up, Savani. Come on, what are we doing? Nah, Gojo did like a great job there, but that whiff definitely coming into effect. Into effect because I mean we've been seeing that throughout multiple maps now.
Yeah, and now that Sky ult does come through, and
Last player standing.
Wipey finds Trace as well, and now just a 1v2 all on Gojo to try and find this diffuser.
enemy remaining.
nice.
Finds the first, now knows that player's off, but the
Whoa.
jump gives up her
Okay.
position, but is there enough time?
Let's see.
So close. But
Oh, no time.
0.68.
Wow. I was like that was a devastating choice to jump.
Yeah.
That was gross.
It really gets, it's like such a odd play too, because, you know,
Especially
you
whipping
just-
out the knife.
Yeah.
Like, there was no intent other than just to see where are they. When
Yeah.
you could have just played a little safer and,
And
rushed
it's
them.
kind of odd too, because, you know, you just killed the diffuser and that tap hasn't come through. And if you jump there, it just kind of,
That was the
exact-
only option, is taking a hit.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
we got
in the
full
end,
buy.
time does play a factor yet again. And a lot of these post plants, kind of awkward though. They as in Maryland, trying to play to deny the Sky info, but making a lot of noise towards Sewer as they try and do so. So
I just realized they have 4 ults ready.
yeah, and fire in the hole it is. As the Omen ult also comes through, and now the first blood does come through. Thripey is gonna get
Good
that trade,
trade.
and the Raze ult out instantly.
Oh,
Second
nice.
found, and Trace could get that trade. Now a 3v3 on the site, but that site is not clear. Playboy Mads
Oh,
is gonna find
wow.
1. Lean
Very
to find
dominant
2
by
more.
NMSU.
Yeah.
Really well played. Really well played. Well, they have an ult left of their own. It took using 2 of them in order to come out on top on that one. So they're going to have to keep that in mind because there's 3 ults still for Maryland. So, I mean, sorry it's for keep saying so, but like Maryland just has to activate those, and there they go. They just take
Yeah.
back the momentum. It's like they got in a good hit, and now it's like, okay, now you have to wait for the retaliation because it's
Yeah.
coming.
It looks
See
like
what Savani chooses to do here. Just going to use the Blade Storm, it looks like.
Get out of my way.
You
yeah,
get
he's
out of my
gonna
way.
pop that, try and get that
Here.
Blade Storm back
You should run.
this half as that Killjoy ult as well comes through. It looks like,
Just delaying them a little bit.
yeah, I thought, yeah, Peanut Butter is gonna try and play for the site, but that might be a little too dire as the nade flash comes through, but the full blind onto Savani. And Peanut Butter is still alive in the back of the site, just playing trigger discipline, but no, actually detained and not cleared out. Savani, oh, Peanut
That was
Butter
a mistake for Maryland, though.
Remaining.
Because she
finds
came
a second,
back swinging.
but Lily, wow, finds 2 more, and now just a 1v1, knows where Peanut Butter has to be. The reload heard for Peanut Butter as well. The taps come
Good
through,
lord.
and 3 for Peanut Butter, and
A
I mean,
huge mistake to leave her in that corner.
Yeah.
I think it was just Savani didn't see her and told the team it was clear.
yeah, absolutely, and I mean, maybe not the most normal play. Just getting, well, I say not normal play. Obviously, you don't want to get detained in the way that you do in the back of the site. Normally, makes it super difficult, but even
Making
the
the
team
best.
flash for Maryland that comes through makes it even less likely that the player backside does get found in Peanut Butter. I mean, will not let that moment escape her. Was a little shaky
It was a little silly.
in the beginning, but
Little
you know,
silly
finds
goofy.
the kills, so all good.
I mean, they essentially made Maryland waste 3 ults.
That's
Or 2 ults, sorry.
not wrong. In fact, some would say that's correct.
I would appreciate those some. Let's see, Gojo here.
Purple hollow moment.
Dexter Lean is going to respond with a Blade Storm of their own, it looks like. Just kind of getting ready here because the only thing they have is a Sheriff.
There's a lot of silence falling over the map, trying to take the space without using any util. That Jett lurk over towards B main. But also the lurk from Lily might catch out Ms. Icy over towards ramp, but
Oh,
a nice reposition on her part. Gonna be over towards ramp as all the players from Maryland do start to group up back towards A, and now, oh, this timing could be the difference makers. Yeah, there's Lily, is gonna find that timing. And now just one player, Thwipey, is gonna be tasked with doing a lot. Finds 2 on the execute, maybe even 3rd, but no, Toxic is gonna find that trade, but Lean up through heaven, finds Lily on that lurk, and now that re-lurk from Savani might be the
I was gonna
deciding
say, the
factor
Omen
too,
ult
and
going
yeah,
out.
there's the Omen ult. Is
Ooh,
gonna
but
get that bomb down.
Gets it to
10
B,
seconds
come on.
left.
Yeah, and
Got the plant down. Giving them the best chance they got, but they got 2 ults active right now.
oh, and Savani might have found just the perfect timing as that knife out, but
Nice.
now Playboy Mads does fall, and Smoke
Nice.
CT comes through as well as
Let's
this
see.
reposition for Rafters feels so powerful.
Oh, man. She's in a tough spot, potentially. Oh, great.
Oh, the spam through misses, and Lean finds Savania's time starting to tick, tick, tick. The paranoia miss.
Oh, nice.
As Lean finds that last kill. Peanut Butter to get that defused, and that's the 3rd in a row for NMSU.
Yep. Putting Maryland in a bad spot right now, just losing all the momentum going into this. They're going to want to try and take it back before the half ends because they're going to need it going into defense.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They haven't been super strong on defense, so I mean, you want to get as much of a head start as you can going in there.
Yeah, 100%, especially when they are playing that same comp like we've mentioned before. It's going to kind of come down to who can play the defensive side better overall. Is, you know, gets really easy to play the offense with such a offense-heavy team. 2 duelists makes it that way, so trying to see what it could turn into is now silence yet again. Falls over the map. 20 seconds left, or taken off the clock. It's just now a little bit of info. Lily finding the kill with the Ghost in mid.
Oh,
And Savani
nice.
also finding a crazy timing through B main. Taking the space, the hero rifle does wonders. As that's going to be a free open site for Maryland to take.
Maryland doing a good job of trying to shift this momentum right now.
Yeah, and
Oh, it's all about timing right now.
I mean, if these 2 players on the lurk take too long, it might be too late, and the man
Oh,
advantage might be
nice.
gone,
Trace
but
hitting the
Trace-
sheriff shot. Gets traded. But it's good, though. It makes it a 4v2. It's going to go in Maryland's favor,
Yeah,
hopefully.
now Savani.
I was going to say, they could bust out that ult. Nice. Good
Does-
cleanup. Wasted the ult a
Yeah,
little bit, but it's fine.
unfortunate ult usage.
It's okay. They only got 2 more rounds anyways. All right. Definitely shifted that momentum up. Now they're going to get a full buy from Maryland, and it looks like NMSU is going to be a near full buy. No, they haven't made a decision. No! They had the Tron Vandal for a second, and then they went with the Guardian one.
Guardian moment.
Yeah. I'm a filthy Guardian user. I'm sorry. It's just, I like it.
That's fair.
Noise.
Taking a little bit of mid control, and it looks like Savani is gonna try and see what she can get done through B main. Yet again, finding that crazy timing onto the Maryland. Sorry, not the Maryland.
Savani
The
versus
NMSU
Gojo, or Peanut Butter over
Omen,
here.
and she just walked out through B main. Does find the Omen.
I mean, got that advantage for sure with the better gun.
Yeah, and now just trying to calm to her team, maybe
Butter with
for
a
a
frenzy?
retake or a rotate.
Yep. Looks like NMSU's gonna crash towards mid, getting ready to go to B.
Hey, yeah, Ms.
Big
Icy
got.
does get caught out.
Oh,
and now,
Savani can hear the
Savani,
running.
Yeah, again.
Savani heard Swipey running.
But even
One
like,
enemy remaining.
Ooh, Swipey caught Julie.
oh no.
Gross.
Oh no. No, no.
God. That was gross, man.
no.
Oh,
Last round
my
in
heart
the
hurts a
half.
little for that one. I'm not gonna lie. It was the right call, but it was
That was one of the.
no chance of whiffing if it's a one hit, right?
Yeah, I'll cope to that. Yeah. Good one, buddy. The amount of times I've seen the whiff just come through and then
Yeah.
just
Is
GG.
there some smack talking in the chat right now?
Probably.
Our logos are covering it
I
right
know
now.
Placing storm grenade. Placing alarm bot.
Nah. Some friendly back and forth banter. See, I love this skin a lot too. This one right here.
Yeah, this is the Halo skin.
Yeah, the one you were talking about.
Yep.
Get out of my way.
Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, and it looks like Savani's just gonna walk up the B main again.
Savani's like, do I want to wipe
turret-
half the team again? Let's see.
Luckily puts down the turret. I think she had to have put that turret sooner to make it a little more difficult to get out, but now that turret contact is made, and looks like the NMS Playboy Mads is gonna try and take the fight, but Savani taking a very odd route, just
Just
running
a
up
bad
the-
spot.
I'm not quite sure what route she was
What the
trying to
heck would you
take,
think?
but
See,
wasn't.
my thing is, why doesn't she run over to the back of it?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wow. And that. Alright. Killjoy setup moment, I guess, suppose. Just gonna find a free kill with that Killjoy Molly. Snow Util is broken. Now the backup slightly, but wow, this lurk onto A from Maryland
30 seconds left.
is gonna be a bit of the deciding factor. Gojo
They gotta
finding the
hurry
hole.
up.
But it does get a little bit awkward here now as NMSU has their Jett lean over towards A, and
Oh, got him.
the bomb
Spike
is down as
A.
well. Gojo and Trace
10
just kind of
seconds left.
stranded, both
Enemy
players.
remaining.
Peanut Butter to find Trace, and Gojo alone finds one, but no time left on the clock. Playboy Mads to end out the round, as that's going to be a 4-8 half going into the next.
Switching sides.
Little bit of,
At least just not the 9-3.
that's true. Honestly,
Here.
that's got to be what they were going for, right? Like they just kind of threw that round. On
Yeah, they're like,
purpose.
nah, we're not having this.
I wouldn't want a 9-3 curse either, to be completely honest.
Who cares if it's the lead? It's not really a lead if it's 9-3 curse.
Yeah, it's a fake lead. Bunch of fakers. Like T1 faker.
Let's see how NMSU does now that they're being given the attacker side. And like we said, neither one of them very consistent on either.
Right.
Over the other one at least. So we'll see how this
Let's
goes.
crack them open.
I'm excited to see the pistol round though, because usually these are pretty hot between the two of them.
That's true.
It's
Just
just
get really aggressive.
yeah.
So that early Sky Dog through B main is gonna alert Maryland to NMSU's plans as the nice blind comes through, and Savani finds one. Lily and Trace up through mid find two, as NMSU is just kind of stumped.
They said, what do we do now?
Yeah,
Getting
just,
caught with the util out is crazy.
it is a little rough for a pistol round.
yeah.
As now,
You know she's thinking about it. She's thinking about it.
I mean, the aggressive approach is how you would get the
I'm surprised no one's wrapped around behind Peanut Butter and Ms. Icy yet.
oh yeah, this up down is going to be really difficult for NMSU to break, but I mean, if they do break it, it does become possible that this round
One enemy
could be
Jeez.
better, but that's the
Spike
first down.
down,
Peanut
B.
Butter left alone, very low on HP. As the kill doesn't come through yet,
There
as
it is.
there it finally comes.
A near flawless round for
Yeah, and that's the
Maryland.
second pistol as well. This map going in the way of Maryland. As that timeout does come through for NMSU. Not quite, you know, the round that you want to see from the pistol, but as we go into the next round, it is definitely going to be what NMSU is going to be, you know, trying to reset the momentum, trying to find out a new game plan, and it's better late than never to try and call these timeouts. So the sooner is normally the better.
Yeah. The one thing is that I don't think they're going to be able to start it until late, and even then they may not have enough momentum to do so, is because Maryland, anytime they win a pistol round, is really strong for the next 2 rounds in a row.
That's true.
So, I mean, in those next 2 rounds in a row, they have match point. So, it's something that NMSU really has to pull a miracle off for to avoid that, because, I mean, they would need to wait out that time in order to be given a clear, definitive shot at it. But
Right.
until then, they just got to pull off some crazy plays.
That's absolutely right. As we come back from the timeout, and it looks like, oh, I was gonna say it looks like a force comes through, but I was looking at the wrong team. Maryland's the one that won the pistol, so of course the force comes through. Spectres as per usual. Even and actually it looks like Savani. It's gonna be going ghost only, saving up for that operator into the next round.
Yeah.
I think I think they had to have watched old TSM VODs and been
Yeah.
like, yeah, I like that.
I like that play.
Just seeing the old Wardell.
I'll take that deal. You take that deal?
Yeah, I take that deal. That's a fine, good deal.
Here we go.
Actually,
Dexar
lean.
actually caught Trace. Savani trading
Comes
back.
through, and Savani using that
putting in
ghost.
the work.
Finds some kills. Peanut Butter through mid, though. Finds Toxic.
I'm telling you, peanut
That's
butter with
gonna
that
be-
classic is dangerous.
Yeah, and that's going to be a Spectre found as well. The running gun.
The slow go
Slowly.
back down, like, nope.
Not coming back.
Yeah, and that's going to be a fast rotate to
It's a
be called
3v3.
by
It's
Peanut
pretty
Butter.
Just
Spectre
the only
picked up.
problem is you got 2 duelists versus you in
That's
this
true.
3v3.
Peanut Butter in a really good spot.
Mhm.
I like how Maryland is playing it, though, not getting too over-aggressive. They haven't heard the bomb plant come through. They know that Peanut Butter is going to have
30
a great
seconds left.
position, has the potential to be basically anywhere for CT, and there it is. Peanut Butter finds yet another on this
Right out.
position. Is possibly going to go for another, and
Oh my
another
God.
she gets. Maybe even a third.
Peanut butter clutch
Fourth.
up, push mark.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade
Just
out.
Gojo. Actually goes through the
Oh.
molly. That could be big for
Oh, it's got
Gojo.
the stack.
His only classics, though, on this up-down position makes it a little bit difficult as the half comes through, and
They missed the flash.
there's the first and maybe a second. 2 come through. Classic is out, and the
Oh.
spam for Gojo
Oh my gosh.
comes through.
Wow. So funny.
Clutch.
Well
1v2
played.
clutch.
Clutching up.
Wow.
Oh, my
What the heck just happened there?
Lab.
That would
NMSU.
be, I mean, sure. Why not?
Jeez, somebody get ready to do the Heimlich. I saw a slight choke.
I guess it's technically a 1v3, you know, because she kills Peanut Butter
Mhm,
up through heaven. But honestly, I think I know this sounds super weird, but that kind of falls on Peanut Butter. You know, you find the 2 kills. There's not really a reason to try and go for the 4th.
Yeah.
Like, it'd make for a good clip, but
You could
You know,
have
if you-
fell back and held a better spot.
exactly.
Yeah.
Especially when her teammates both only have
Yeah,
classics.
you had the
Yeah,
you
it
had
just,
the better gun there. I agree with that take. Yeah. It's not weird.
Yeah, now it gets really difficult for NMSU. Just looking back at last half, how they weren't really able to deal with the operator very efficiently, and now Savani already has it. Yeah, again, just looking maybe to walk out through the smoke.
Surprise. Ooh, might be taking out Trace.
Yeah, just walking up. A nice omen blind as well. Is gonna
Solid.
find a little bit of value in Lily. Find a trade. The Savani, 1 HP now. And the bomb plant will come through from Playboy Mads. It's Toxic takes the one up through heaven. Not going to be able to take the man advantage. In fact, loses it for her team.
Dang, that
Now-
B site is secure.
Yeah, it does look pretty secure. Yeah. Maybe a
This will
little
be
bit
interesting.
satchel, break the crosshairs, see what you can
Do they
make
realize
happen.
that the Jett's right under them? It's a good drop down.
They will in a second. Yeah.
Jeez. There it
Trade
is.
does come through. And a nice nade actually is going to maybe push Playboy Mads into a difficult position, but no damage found. As now this time ticks down, and the operator
they're just
save,
gonna
the
save.
Vandal save. Just kind of Lily seeing if she can get any kills at all, but no, she's just going to back up, have that save opportunity.
That's what we're
with her
talking about.
teammate.
They were gonna need something like a miracle to get anything started.
Yeah, definitely.
I think this is
hate
their
to
little
say
miracle.
It, but probably best to play as a team. So, what's the
Still,
plan?
that's gonna put them in a full buy here against another
Here.
full buy, but it's gonna be tough. I mean, it's a tough call to say who's gonna take this, just because they both get really violent and tough buys on this map.
That's
So
true.
the exchanges go back and forth so hard that it's a little tough to say anyone's consistent. Nice.
Thanks. Yeah, that B site worked pretty well for NMSU last round, so why not go back towards it as Trace getting a little aggressive up through mid, but no kill is found. Thwipey
Trace
is
keeps
going to be
getting caught
fine. Yeah,
by Thwipey, but there's a little beef going on right
and honestly, that shouldn't even be Wipey's kill there. It should just be Trace getting that kill 9 times out of 10. Finding that 1 in 10, though, is going to be Thwipey as she chases down Trace, takes that first blood, kind of opens up the map now for her team.
there.
Is
Toxic
now
might get a good spot.
4, yeah,
Oh, is this a rotate I see?
might be, yeah, just going to destroy that KJ utility.
Let's see, they haven't found the other alarm.
Could be on Lily here, maybe to find this kill, but let's get a little difficult. Toxic, not quite sure if she is up on, yeah, not on that Raptor, actually behind box. This timing could be really weird. Lily is going to find the kill, and also Toxic does find Lean on that lurk as well.
30 seconds
Gojo
left.
also finding the lurk from Peanut Butter. So now a 5v4 turns into 2v4 in the blink of an eye, and I mean, NMSU just has to try and rush out into sight.
Spike down.
That's not going to be,
Op miss.
yeah, and
That'll put the fear of God in you. Just
yeah,
whizzing
and with
right
12
by.
seconds left, you have no other choice but to
10
try and go
seconds
towards
left.
this operator. But it looks like is Icy not going to have enough time to get that bomb plant down.
No way they put that.
Oh, and Savani just trying to live with that operator now. She does end up living through it. The gun saved for NMSU as well.
I could hear the heavy breathing from Savani though. Just
Oh, no.
getting out of there.
Yeah. Now it just feels like the beginning of the end for that round. There's another full buy for Maryland. And NMSU gonna be on a bit of a
Don't
lighter
keep them
buy.
quiet.
Ms. Icy does save that Vandal from last round, but I mean it's gonna be Spectres, Guardians, and a couple of classics to come through. And that operator is not
Dang.
gonna do any good.
Caught Playboy Mats.
Yeah, and that's no smokes against an operator is not gonna be what you want to see. Trace though, not gonna be the first blood this time. Finds the second on the round.
Let's see if Dooley. Oh, there we go.
Dooley.
I was concerned for a second. That sheriff hit was pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely was. Hail does come through finally.
Nice.
What? I could just hear the comms. Can you hear me?
Can you heal me? Heal? Can I get that
Can you
heal
heal?
now?
I'm right here. I'm right here. Just heal me.
That's why I've never ever played a healer. I'm like, don't give that responsibility to me.
No, that's why you play Sage, because then you can just heal yourself. Cares. 60 health. Mine.
Lock in sight.
Thanks. Now the dash out. Having to push out onto the Gojoy though.
Wow.
Gojo.
Good spray down.
Spike
Almost
down A.
Disastrous, but I mean, a Guardian close range is going to
I
be
got this spot.
difficult one to get that kill on, and now Gojo with the wraparound is going to end up finishing out the
Nice.
round.
With a flawless too. Nice.
Yeah, and that's 12-5. Last round, it
Match
should be a
point.
full buy for NMSU going to the last round. Eco not going to be a factor anymore. Just buy up as much as you can.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
got a raise ult from Maryland if they really want to put a little spice on it, you know.
Yeah, and that could come into effect if NMSU decides that they just want to get fast and aggressive up through B. As Lily invent possibly to take over to B Heaven.
Turret out.
Because it is going to be a bit of a late Killjoy setup and a fast B hit is what it does look like as the B hit comes through and the Killjoy ult as well. Lily just walks out, finds that first blood, and finds the bomb. Oh, and the teleport finds the kill. Toxic and a
Nice.
second.
Clutching up right here.
Maybe to
Reload.
find another, but no. Oh, but
Oh my
actually
gosh,
a
got off a
third.
reload?
And yeah, finds the
Last
kill.
game.
And that's going to be the last map, map number 3, finally over as Maryland takes the cake 2-1 in split. That siding map 13-5.
It was excellent to see. I'm sorry, Maryland was just so dominant. That was beautiful.
It
Also
was, yeah.
Toxic, what the heck? Got off a full reload. Said, hold up, give me 1 second.
All good,
And then
all good.
we're good. We're good. Also, there was just so many whiffs on that too. Like caught a couple, but like a lot of it was just whiffing. It was like bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great job to them. It was a little sketch for them. They lost the first map, but were dominant in the last 2. So I mean, good for them. Take that. I think that puts them 3
3-7. Yep.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
that will bump NMSU down to 1-9 over this round number 10.
Yeah, sorry, the underdog story
series.
did not come off today.
Yeah, indeed, did not. But we do, although, thank everyone here for staying with us, for being here to watch the stream, watch just Purple Rain in general. Again, want to shout out Rockstar yet again for making this whole thing possible. Just in general, make sure you get your Rockstars because they're great. Help us stay active through anything that we need, just getting energy just in general. We love them.
I recommend the Rockstar Punch. Those are great. Cannot miss with those.
Yeah, and as we look towards the future for some Purple Rain streams, it's going to be Cal Esports versus Snaily Clan next Thursday at 6 p.m. PST, and then the following, it should be Saturday that will come out. This next one, New Mexico State against CU Esports, and then ending out, and then 2 weeks from yesterday's Thursday, I guess.
Yes.
That'd be 2 weeks from then. It's going to be GCU, our very own GCU,
Let's go.
taking on Northern Texas. Just playing on stream. And yeah, these are going to be a couple of exciting games up in the future. Going to be looking forward to watching those, maybe casting a couple of those just in general.
Yeah. Thank you again for watching our Rockstar sponsored Purple Rain. These girls are doing great right now. They're kicking butt. So we really love to see it. Just like we said, good job, Maryland. It was really dominant at the end there. Really smart plays. NMSU actually started off pretty strong, so we got to give kudos to them. But we hope to see you guys for the next streams that we just mentioned, and hopefully we will be there for most of them.